only media that have been consistent speaking against bad government and for the purpose for reformers. Niger what yo? No more bad government. Niger what? No more bad government. Niger what? No more bad government. The only media that have been speaking. No more bad government. The voice of the voiceless. No more bad government. No more bad government. No more bad government. For the poor. No more bad government. Niger what? No more bad government. Niger what media? No more bad government. No more bad government. No more bad government. In Nigeria. No more bad government. No more bad government. No more bad government. The only media. No more bad government. The number one media in Nigeria. No more bad government. That have been speaking against government. No more bad government. Niger what? No more bad government. Niger what you? The voice of the voiceless. The voice of the voiceless. Voice for the voiceless. Voice for the voiceless. Niger what media? Voice for the voiceless. Niger watch media. Voice for the voiceless. The only media that have been speaking against bad government.
Wike knows what he's doing. Wike knows what he's doing. Look at the three major political parties. Their primaries are concluded now. Look at their candidate. They are the old candidate. Our president has always been there. Twice governor of Lagos State, father of APC, the ADC, former president, Atiku Abubakar, twice 8 years vice president, come up for election every election year. Look at Kwankwaso, twice governor of Kano State, former defense minister. Look at Obi, twice governor of Anambra State. These same people, if you continue this system without involvement of the corporate Nigerians, of the youth, of the church community, if you vote 100 times, it is these same people you'll be voting for or their cronies. Look, 70% of the current members of the National Assembly are not returning. You know why? The owner of the structure has changed them from the ward. You either say you have done one term, I want another son to go there.
No, it's a little bit tricky here, Pastor Emmanuel. If you think that Nigeria needs a new crop of leadership.
Yes.
And on the other hand, pastors are not meant to endorse who their members should vote for.
No, pastors are not meant to endorse any political party or political officers. But pastors are meant to reorientate their members and say, go to your ward, join, and produce credible candidates. Nigerian problem is leadership. Credible leadership, God-fearing leadership, visionary leadership. Those, and there are still many Nigerians, even outside of church, outside of the country, from the other faith. There are fantastic Nigerians who won't steal, but this present system will never let them emerge. They will never emerge because you have to emerge through the political party, and parties are owned. So we must co-own. We must let our people co-own the party, and there's nothing that stops anybody from joining the party. But somehow, leave it for them. Leave it for them. Look at the voters' apathy in Nigeria. Look at the voters' apathy. Is it Ekiti State that just elected the governor the other time? Is it Ekiti or no Ekiti?
Yeah, Ekiti State.
200 and something thousand people electing a governor out of 2.5 million or so registered, and Tito all over. Which means that nucleus, we have left it. I tell people, I say Nigeria has been colonized 3 times. British people came, they colonized us. They were here for donkey years. We got independence. Nigeria's work 1960 to 1966. Was it Chinua Achebe that read to book and say we once have a country? The military came. They were on us for 33 years. Colonized this country for 33 years. Now we are in the wars colonial masters' hand, the political predators, the political entrepreneurs that had colonized that nucleus, producing them every 4 years. That must change.
Pastor Manu, we have to go, but imagine a young Nigerian watching the show right now, and he or she is thinking, is tired of politicians, skeptical about even religious leaders like you. They no longer believe either institution speaks for them. Yes. Why should they trust either one again as we count down to 2027?
They should get involved. They should get off social media. They should get off, I'm tired, I don't trust anybody. Look, this is the only country we have. Even if you japa, it will japa at a point. If you japa, your parents, your family cannot japa. So my advice to the youth and the corporate Nigerians and the church communities, get involved. The only way out of this quagmire is that we should get, those who play politics are not many, but you have abandoned it to them. They've colonized that nucleus. It will keep producing them. So there is no credible candidate to vote for, because the system cannot, the system itself is not credible, the party system. So except those that I have mentioned will invade that territory in good numbers and in their caucus, political parties in caucuses.
But you know, it sounds like a long-term project, because the candidates have already been determined for next year. So whoever the church is voting for now will be one of those people.
You have to be one of them.
Who are running for elections?
It's either that vote for an armed robber, a kidnapper, or a terrorist. You have to vote for one.
You're saying that you have to pick between the devil.
You have to pick between the devil and that is what we have. And it's unfortunate. It doesn't have to be so.
National Director, Politics and Governance, Pentecostal Fellowship of Nigeria, Pastor Femi Emmanuel, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
All right. You guys heard the pastor saying there's no credible leader to vote for. This is a pastor. You know, amongst all the leaders, there's no credible leader to vote for. It means Peter Obi is part of all of them. Either you vote for armed robber, kidnapper, or a killer, according to him. And he's talking on Tinubu's channel. I don't know what you think about that, but I would like us to come back to that later on. There's no credible, amongst all of them, there's no credible person amongst all of them. Either you choose killer, armed robber, kidnapper, and all that. A pastor, I talk this one. But I would like us to continue because my presentation continues.
It's getting messier, you know. And the arrest, you know, the judge says that he didn't come to court. You know, they said there'll be 5.
It was a bench warrant. He failed, which is the reason why he's arrested. Yeah.
Exactly. I was listening yesterday to, you know, the gentleman who came out to speak for Mr. Gbajabiamila. And what it is that we must remind ourselves is that, look, whether the president is bold enough to ask Gbaja to step aside, or whether Gbaja has the decency, the simple decency to help the president by stepping aside, you cannot befuddle Nigerians about what it is that is happening.
You think he should step aside?
Gbaja holds it to himself, to his family, and to the president and to Nigerians to step aside. It is just the common human decent thing to do.
What if he has
anything short of that? He doesn't.
What if he has nothing to do with this? What if the letter was fake?
It does have many things to do with it, and I'll explain to you why that is not supposed to be an argument. The guy has then told us, for instance, that the budget, the itemizing of the agency in the budget, he knew nothing about it.
He was shocked.
Now, I'm not saying whether what he said is true or not, but you cannot have somebody making those very significant, huge claims about people that are in government, and then the people are still sitting down there. How do you ever think it will create an impression of trust? How do you think that people will consider that the investigation that the president has ordered is going to be fair? If they are still there, they can still make moves.
But if we continue, because there are people, you know how this thing works, Mr. Lau. people can make up stories and scream really, really loud because they know that Nigerians will say there is no smoke without fire. If nothing, even if nothing happens, the person will have to step aside. Your political enemies can actually, start to use that against you. If we always have to do that, then what if it just continues that way? Are we not creating some kind of some kind of machinery where people can just use, because they scream the loudest and slung mud at somebody, because of that he has to step aside? How do we manage this line?
The way we manage it is very simple. Because let me tell you, I was privy to a conversation by one of the closest friends of the president, and Baja's name came up. I said, no, don't talk about Baja. Baja is running up and down trying to solve his problem. So the fact that he's still in government is just it's a poor reflection. The man cannot do any other thing now until he sorts out this nonsense. Don't let's pretend. Wherever he is right now, the man is troubled. Mr. Gbajabiamila right now is troubled. He cannot focus on any other thing until this trouble goes away. Is it not therefore easier to just say that, look, I want this thing to be transparently sorted out?
It's kind of different from road infrastructure, because for me, even your critics know that you're doing wonderfully well when it comes to that job. So, but there's a trending story. I don't know, though we've read from your lawyer, but then Nigerians will want to hear from you as regards Mary Abila.
Yeah. Why don't you take what you heard from my lawyer?
No. They will want to hear from you.
My lawyer is my lawyer, but one information I want to correct is that the lady in question was like a daughter to me. She had stayed with me for 3 years. She was a staff of the Federal Medical University. She was a nurse and not a physiotherapist. And the family and my family are like one family. And she has her medical records in Turkish hospital, being paid by us. And she spoke to her boyfriend at the hour of her death and complaining that she was bleeding from the nose. And the boyfriend said, no, you have to report. You say it has stopped. So the boyfriend said, listen, I will not continue this conversation since you are bleeding. It will increase the bleeding. And she told the boyfriend, don't cut the call. The boyfriend cut the call. And 3 minutes later, the boyfriend called again. She was not responding. And even in the morning, she told the boyfriend she was going to bath because she locked her door, So even in the morning, when they broke the door and discovered her dead, the tap was still running, So, but what baffles me, in this country is that everything becomes an opportunity. Now, there is a guest house where her and the second medical person stayed. And that is very far from where I stay. And so it means that, God forbid, somebody dies in Ministry of Works, the minister must be accountable to that. Is that what they say? Is that they say that somebody cannot die? Is that, have they checked the medical records of the lady? Do they know, that this lady was like a daughter to me? But everything goes into politics. But what I say to people, be careful. Life is spiritual. When you want to use the unfortunate death of a young girl to play politics, if we have hands in the killings, it will follow us in our family. But if we don't have hands and you are jumping into it, behold, this is David. I'm a man of full grace. You don't, tackle me anyhow and you go out of it. So be careful when you want to use the death of that young lady. One of my best workers, a nurse, a staff of the federal. Somebody said, oh, they were transported. The second girl is from Benue State, and that girl has worked with me as a governor before she was employed. And so when people darken, so while I'm not talking to the president, it means nothing, but very painful to me that girl passed on. It's very difficult to replace her, and the parents will be begging them, allow for autopsy.
David Umai, waiting by the gay. Person that have worked with you before, what does that mean? It doesn't change anything. She might have worked with you in the past and something might still be happening in the present. What happened to the girl? It's not about you've known the girl for a while. That's not what we are saying.
To happen. They say it's against their culture. But the question is that if she were a Muslim, will you be insisting that autopsy will happen? You know. But we insisted to our lawyer that autopsy should happen. And we are begging the parents to allow autopsy to happen. And I say no, it's against their culture. And so we have a statement, you know, and only God will resolve it, because I have directed that the corpse cannot be removed until they have done autopsy. But it's very strange why an unfortunate thing that happened, you know, is being made this. Is it that we killed a woman that was giving me injection, you know, or that, you know, was administering drug to us, that live in our guest house, even in my residence in Asokoro? So what sort of rubbish is that, you know? So, but people should be careful, because when I kneel down to pray, I say, when you push yourself into this.
No, hold on, guys. How does this explanation of David Umahi make sense? It doesn't make no sense. I've known the girl for a while. And the other one was, I've worked with me before when I was a governor, and that's it. And she died. And the family member said autopsy cannot be carried out due to their culture. And so there's nothing we can do. So we just have to leave everything for God. I don't know. Is this story making sense to you guys? Hey, what a country, Nigeria.
Say, God, may the death of the girl be better than their own death. That's my prayer for everybody that is using it to play politics. But if we have hands, let it also follow us. Because it can be very annoying when people use, you know, people's, you know, unfortunate incident and are playing politics. Some people are calling me, we are this organization, we want to do protests, we want you to see us. You know, what is it? This is David. You know, I don't fear.
Expose the Nigerians that are calling you that they want to protest, and you need to see them first, because these people, this group needs to be exposed. Expose them. I've told you guys before that many of these people you see run et and scatter, they want to quickly engage the street, protest left to right. Once they don't collect brown envelope, you see they'll be blabbing left to right. Although I don't trust David Umahi or whatever that is saying, but this is happening. A lot of Nigerians protesting. You know, majority of them are protesting for their stomach interest. You might not believe this now, but you need to pay attention to it. Unfortunately, that this guy have died just like this. A country that works. You will be telling me that one culture of a teen is telling us not to find out what bites that girl. Culture. As how? Culture. Somebody that died mysteriously. Not be saying that him by himself die on his own. Suspiciously, she died. Then the only way we can ascertain what resulted to her death. Una say culture, say no. Una say culture, tradition, all of them. People will create all these things that time. They don't buy go. Oyibo people get culture. They know they allow them to hinder their progress. Now, only for Nigeria would they allow culture to hinder us backwards.
Battle, you know, and I've never lost any, you know. But life is spiritual. We need to be very, very careful. It's very important. So the matter is ongoing. We've reported to IG to transfer the case to.
Did you notice what happened there? The only way you know when people are lying, you know, they will be coughing this satanic kind of cough. Listen to that place there. He wanted to say something, but he needs to blab and think quickly. Allegedly. Make I add allegedly, journal. Listen to this place. Listen.
I've never lost any, you know, but life is spiritual. We need
to be
very, very careful. It's very important. So the matter is ongoing. We've reported to IG to transfer the case to Abuja, so that, you know, because I'm from a former governor there, so let them transfer it to Abuja and let them beg the family to do autopsy. I'm begging the family to meet with IG so that maybe IG can convince them. But there are medical records in Turkish hospital. The last one was on 5th of April, and it cost me 2.2 million. The records are there. I paid 2.2 million, you know. So that is it. So I don't want to go because it's like a daughter that died. So I'm mourning, and I laugh at, you know, so say it's a physiotherapist. You know, they presented the girls as if.
No, our journalists or our media, why are they so dumb? Why? How come they did not ask Dave Umahi that the girl died naked? Allegedly, according to the information where we hear, she was completely naked. So what also happened then? A caution, then naked that girl after she don't die. Now caution or what? So our journalists there just quiet. All this one doesn't collect the same brown envelope or waiting.
They were wrong girls, you know. These people were inside the plane with me, you know, and my immediate staff. We flew together. It's not as if they even came there but differently. We flew together, you know, with them, you know. We're going to Lagos, you know, and this is not the first time. The boyfriend also told us that in Lagos, which was when we went for this coastal route, that she called him and said she was bleeding from the nose. He said, no, report to your boss. He said the boss will insist that she should go back to hospital, that she didn't want, and she don't stress me. So he said, look for hospital around there and go. That's the confession of the boyfriend, you know. And so I've asked the police to go to the call log, you know, and then they will see the last discussion, you know, the girl had with the boyfriend at the hour of death, you know, because the moment the boyfriend started calling again, she was not picking the call again. So you can go to the call log of the boy, go to the call log of the girl, and you hear the conversation. You know, it's an unfortunate thing that happens. And like I said again, she's been receiving treatment at Turkish hospital, and the medical records are there. So I don't want to join issues with anybody, but just know that the guest house far from where I was staying, and as the head of that home, you know, I take responsibility in making sure that, you know, the right thing is done. But I suspect no foul play, you know, but because, is it the girl, the colleague from Benue State, you know, that who they sleeping on the same bed? Is it the girl that we remotely care because her door was still locked? That door was broken before this thing, and the tap was still running, you know. And the police, you know, because she I think she was going to bath. And so when they took her to the mortuary, that's when the police took the picture in the mortuary. They don't trace up in the mortuary and took the picture, and they send out damaging information. The police, you know, whoever that spoke to Sahara reporter, after the burial, we answered to our family. We are not going to leave the matter lying. You know, I've directed my lawyers to get across to two, you know, people on cyber bullying on this matter. You know, so we're going to test the law on that. You know, so
thank you very much.
That's just it.
Thank you very much.
May her soul rest in peace.
And yes, sir.
You know, publish what I said. Don't twist matters. If you twist matters, no Lagos inspection. Publish what I said, because do not twist matters, please. Because when you twist matters, it becomes another sensational listing. You know, please. God bless you. Yes.
You and I know that, yes, unforeseen circumstances can happen in this regard. Yes, it can happen, yeah. But when things like this happen, transparency is needed in all costs. Transparency. With this that happens, I don't think there's enough transparency. For example, she was rushed to be buried, and the family members suddenly did not complain of nothing, and they refused to speak to the media. I don't know if you're getting that. You know, according to the information that we read yesterday, the family members refused to speak to the media. They said they want to keep everything within the family. and they rushed to bury her. Somebody died mysteriously. Normally, there should be a proper in-depth investigation by the government. In fact, even by Dave Umahi as the Minister of Works, because he holds a significant power. Say, no, this cannot happen. Even though the family said, no, our culture demands we bury her straight away. He said, no, this person died in your house and a proper investigation must be carried out normally in a country that works. So on that, you know, the dog Kolobi transparency for that area. Then two, her nakedness, according to the Umai now, telling us that she was about to go have a shower, right? Because the Nigerian police snapped her when she was completely naked, according to him, allegedly, and published that. Now, Dave Umahi is blaming Nigerian police that how come that they went to snap her when she was naked, because that scenario only happened when she was going to the bathroom. That's when she died. Listen, guys, the whole thing looks somehow, man. The story looks, unfortunately, who died have died and she's gone. But for me, I'm not satisfied with Dave Umahi's explanation. I'm not satisfied by him calling on God to intervene. God to intervene as how? I'm not satisfied. I'm also satisfied by him saying he wants to test the law or one or two persons that are already speaking on this, calling him out. It's very sad.
I just want to mention a few things in line with your commentary. You talked about the president's hatred
you asked the question very well.
Pardon me, hold on. Hold on, Mr. Okonkwo.
Igbo. Amechi is already Igbo. And he is going to be the vice president in 2027.
Some would argue against that. And you did a layout that Mr. Amechi is from the south, not from the southeast. But some would say that
I want him to correct
your submission.
That's why I want him to correct his question.
Hold on, Mr. Okonkwo.
Southeast, not Igbo.
Mr. Okonkwo, some would say your submission that Mr. President has a hatred for the Igbo is wrong. Because recall that when Mr. President was governor of Lagos State, he's the first, perhaps in the history of Nigeria, to appoint a non-Yoruba into his cabinet as commissioner who was retained over a period of time in the Lagos State cabinet. That's on the one hand. So that would puncture your argument that he has a hatred for the Igbo. So you also talked about, what could have been concluded in the Yar'Adua presidency, but for his death, which, for convenience, President Jonathan had to continue. We've had 2015 to 2023, a northern presidency. So another argument that could puncture yours is that it's only trite for the South to complete another 4-year tenure after the first 4 years of President Tinubu. But let's now do a narrowing further on the need for the IGBO presidency. Despite your argument, one cannot ignore the fact that the Southeast is fractured. My colleague mentioned earlier APGA endorsing the president for 2027. And besides that, all the other Southeastern states are now APC. And you going against the NDC presidential candidates, Mr. Peter Obi, in what many consider a very surprising turn of events, further fractures the Southeast and makes it ominous for the Southeast to ever achieve that age-long aspiration to be, taste power in the political trajectory of Nigeria. And some would ask why your how do I put it now? Why your consistent opposition to Mr. Peter Obi?
Well, first and foremost, you have brought too many things together. Yes, Peter Obi is the one who is now working against Igbo presidency and vice presidency because he came to ADC on his own. and he said he was going to contest under ADC. And he left about just 1 week to the close of time. So you cannot say, I am the one walking towards IGBO presidency. And because of the fact that I could not see even that was why I said I am not going to even campaign until I am sure of that path to IGBO presidency. But I would prefer us to be using Southeast rather than Igbo. Because you have Igbo in South-South, you have Igbo in the North, and you have the Igbo predominantly in the Southeast. And as I keep saying, I'm talking about geopolitical balancing. So let us make that point. Because Amechi, for instance, is Igbo, and he's already the vice presidential candidate. And that is why I'm saying that is what makes me to even become more favorably disposed that ADC is the surest path to Igbo presidency. Now, when you talk about Enotena doing 8 years, sorry, let me correct this. Buhari did 8 years to equal the 8 years done by Obasanjo, not to provide any avenue for the 8 years of another Southerner. Because like I told you, the 8 years of the North was truncated. And it was not because of death. Death made Jonathan vice president to complete the tenure of Yaradua. So the tenure would have ended in 2011, where the North would have been allowed to finish their 8 years. But they were not allowed to finish 8 years. I am very surprised that people want to make it appear as if it is the Northerners that started this issue of not allowing one side to complete their 8 years. 2011, the whole North came together, and 4 of them contested from the North: Buhari, Gusso, Saraki, and Atiku. And the North brought out Atiku to complete the 8 years of the North. Yet, they refused, and they used the incumbency of Jonathan to compel the power to shift to the South without not completing their 8 years. So when you talk about the issue, Atiku is the person that was disadvantaged and was the person that had the first injustice against truncating the section of a country from completing their 8 years, because the entire North brought Atiku to represent them. And yet, the incumbent power of Jonathan stopped it. So the issue is that, sorry, Buhari completed the 8 years that Obasanjo did. Now that we are in this situation, where Tinubu has done 4 years, let me tell you, if you bring another person from the South, the North will be very reluctant to vote for the person. As one interviewer said, he said because the North will believe that that person will do 8 years, meaning the power will stay 12 years in the South. So anytime you want to make a disruptive change, you must have to use somebody from the other sector and get an agreement with the person to do 4 years so that it will not be shared for 4 years. But the most important thing is that Nigerians are talking about survival now, not zoning. Tinubu has brought us to our knees that we are trying to survive as a nation. Look at the insecurity.
You have brought a new argument into the zoning conversation, for which you're going to be chewing on for a long time, that the late Muhammadu Buhari completed the 8 years of Obasanjo. Well, I really don't understand that, but it's a conversation that continues. Pardon me, we must anchor at this point. Thank you so much for coming on the program. Mr. Kenneth Okonkwo is an ADC chieftain, legal practitioner, and of course spokesperson for Mr. Atiku Abubakar, the presidential candidate of the ADC. Thank you for coming on the program.
Thank you.
Ayé Tinubu la wà yìí, bàbá lákò ebi. Ayé Tinubu la wà yìí, bàbá lákò ebi. Ebi gba mẹ̀kúnnù nígboro, ẹ tún pa wá. Òrìṣà bó lè gbèrú ó bá ṣe bí mo ṣe bá mi. Ẹ fẹ́ fi pa wá, ẹ tún pa wá dànù. Òrìṣà bó lè gbèrú ṣe bí mo ṣe bá mi. Àmánéjì nínú ẹbí Boko Haram tún pa wá. Àwọn bandit, àwọn lákàrà wa. Ẹ ò rí kan ṣe sí, ẹ wá sọ pé ìṣèjọba. Master of strategy, killer strategy.
All right, guys. Thank you very much for your time with us. I appreciate every one of you right there. I have Mother Deborah already on the phone. Thank you very much, Ma, for your long wait. I can see you be calling. Please talk to us. Good evening to you.
Because you are just disturbing us with Kenneth Okonkwo and so worried. But honestly, I'm sorry, I didn't listen to what they are saying because I just feel that listening to them is a waste of time. The both of them are just working their own stomach. So they are not. It's obvious. Both Kenneth Okonkwo and Sowore all working for their personal interests. So I don't have time listening to people who are working for their own personal interests. Sowore is working for himself. Anybody that doesn't want to believe that is his own cup of tea. Kenneth Okonkwo is fighting for his own personal interest. So I don't waste time listening to such garbage. So I didn't listen to both of them. Because as far as I'm concerned, they're after their own personal interests. That's all. Then let me say something about Wike building houses for judges. The fact of the matter here, Mr. Elvis, the 2027 rigging has just started. They already completed it. You see those mansions that they built for those judges is for them to perfect anything that any kind of rigging or anything that is going to happen in 2027. Now those judges, they will turn everything upside down. This is just a pure way to bribe them. That's just what it is. There's no any other explanation to that. The judges are bought. So any mitigation that will happen in the election coming, they will rule in the favor of the ruling party. That's all. So anybody thinking that they have already perfected their rigging, these houses they are building for judges is bribe. No any other explanation. So that is it. So for me, what is happening in Nigeria is like a movie. It's like the ruling government, the ruling party and the people in government are acting movie while Nigerians are sitting down. You know, when they are showing movie in a cinema, people will sit down and be watching the actors and the people acting the movie. Nigerians are sitting down in the cinema watching a movie while the political class are acting the movie, while they are watching, while they are buying all of them one after the other, but they are watching. It's a very, very sad situation. Then about David Umahi, obviously, you listening to him, you can tell that there's no any sign of remorse in his voice. The explanation he gave does not make any sense. And the truth of the matter is that we may never know what really happened. Anybody hoping to know what really happened to that girl that passed away, we will never know the truth. We are not going to know the truth, and we may never know the truth, because everything that they are going to tell you is not the truth at all. It's not the truth. So it's a shame, but this is what we have to deal with. Then regarding those communities that in Plateau, my worry is this. Is this how these Plateau people and these Benue people are just going to sit down and fold their hands while they are wiping them away like that? When is it going to be enough? I don't understand.
How do you want them to help themselves?
Mr. Elvis, when something is happening and it's getting too much, is this how they are just going to sit down and until they wipe all of them off? Okay. I don't know what to say. But in my own opinion, they should rise up and take and whatever they need to do. If they don't show their anger, and in my opinion, Whether they sit down now without doing nothing, they are buying them one after the other. If they don't rise up and do something, that is what I see. Oh, that I'm not saying they should, but if somebody is coming to take people are coming to take your life, would you just sit down and stand and be watching them? They are wiping them away almost on a daily basis, and you are saying they should just sit down and wait until they wipe all of them off, Abi? I don't support that kind of a thing, no.
But the Constitution did not allow them to have a weapon. So
the Constitution now allowed them to be wiped off.
So what do you want them to do? They should run away from their town or what?
In a state of anarchy like that, for me, that's my opinion. No, I'm sorry, that's my opinion. Okay, Constitution does not allow, but the Constitution allows some group of people to be wiping off some. Is that what you are saying? For almost how many years they've been, almost on a daily basis, they've been wiping them off like that until they do something very, very drastic. I'm telling you, before you know, they'll wipe them off from their that's my own opinion, no. Because as far as I'm concerned, if the government is not protecting them, they as a people should have to make their own decision. But if they sit down there and be waiting, they'll wipe all of them off. They'll wipe in the next few years. If care is not taken, they will stop existing there. If they don't, if the people themselves, the government, obviously the government is not ready to protect them. You heard what happened. They said the security men said, oh, they don't have fuel. But until the people finish their operation before they now have fuel, what does that tell you? What does that tell you?
The country is finished, Madam Deborah.
But that is why people should do what they need to do. That's my own opinion. That is my own opinion, no. That's my own opinion. People should do what they need to do. Sometimes if people don't want to listen to you, sometimes you have to force them to listen to you. Yeah. Sometimes you have to. Okay. I'm not trying to compare America and Nigeria. Do you know what led to why people started having arms in America, to bear arms in America?
I don't really know. I would like to know.
Yeah, it's because of things like this that happen when the government will not want to protect people. Yeah, that is why you see that no government will want to come and change that law, because they know that things like this happen when people will be at the mercy of the government. Yes, when people will be at the mercy of the government not able to protect them, and the people cannot rise up to protect themselves. That is what led to why you see that they even had to put it in their constitution that people have right to defend themselves. Okay, look at what is happening to these poor people in Benue and in Jos now. Look at how they are wiping them off like chickens, and they cannot protect themselves. So for me, I think it's right time if they know what is good for them, they have to come together and decide and make their own decision on how to protect themselves. But sometimes something has to happen for people to listen to you. If they take the laws into their hand, maybe that will force the government to listen to them. But if they want to sit down and be waiting until their generations are wiped off, then it's up to them. I think I have a friend that is from Plateau. I've always asked her, I said, when are you people going to wake up? Is it until they wipe all of you out? When are you people going to wake up and say enough? Because the government is not listening. And you people are just sitting down looking while they are wiping your people off every day.
It's
Me,
terrible.
I don't understand.
Very
It
terrible.
is. It is. You rather die fighting than just sitting down and be waiting for when there's somebody who just come and take your life and go away. I don't understand though. Me, I don't understand. What constitution is there? Does Nigeria look like a country? Even Tinubu does not even obey the constitution. What are we talking about? What constitution? Constitution that allows some people to bear arms and then allows some other people to be victims. Is that constitution?
All right.
So I don't understand. I think these people have to wake up. Except they just want these Fulani people to wipe them off the surface of the earth. Otherwise, they will cleanse all of them. If they don't wake up and do something drastically, it's not going to end. You know.
Thank you.
There's this video. I've forgotten the first video. Is it the video? Is it the video Mai's on? Yeah. I can't even remember the first video that you showcased.
I start with the 1.3 billion fraud with Gbajabiamila.
Okay.
Yeah.
In my opinion, that fraud we might never get to the root of what happened. That is something that for sure we will never ever get to the root of what happened. You know, Nigeria is already operating as a corrupt system, and all of them are just there to take their own share of the money. So we are heading nowhere. And in my own opinion, we just listen to news every day and nothing changes, and there's no even hope that anything is going to change. People are afraid, even though they are dying on a regular basis, but they are still afraid for some reason. That fake pastor, okay, I remember the video. That's the one I want to talk about, the APC pastor. I now remember the APC pastor that sat down to say that
there's no credible candidate.
Yeah, there's no credible person. You can just see that he's been political. Mr. Elvis, let me tell you one thing. 99% of these big pastors in Nigeria are all businessmen. I'm sorry. 99. You see, 99% of all of them. I'm not going to say all, but 99%, maybe just 1% that are not. But you see, 99% of them are just businessmen. Imagine that kind of comment that he's making. You see, when people make such comments, you can just tell. When they don't want to admit the truth. And even as a pastor, he cannot even overcome tribalism. If the question is, if Tinubu is somebody like Peter Obi, will he make such a comment? If Tinubu is not a criminal, if Tinubu was like Peter Obi, they will not group all of them together. Let's say if the table was turned around and God forbid, Peter Obi is now the one in that position, and Tinubu has the kind of record that Peter Obi has. You see these tribalistic pastors, he will not put all of them, he will not categorize all of them as one. But because his tribal man is the one that is bad, now he's saying all of them are this. That just tells you that he's just making a political statement. He's just making a political statement because he cannot come out to say, yes, let's vote for a credible. He cannot even say that. And yet he called himself a pastor. I feel very, very sorry for the ignorant people that are still going to their churches in Nigeria. I'm sorry. I feel sorry for those ignorant people that carry themselves to go and sit and be listening to these political pastors. I feel sorry for those people. You can imagine the people that he's going to be misleading. He cannot even say the truth. You see that comment he makes. You see that comment he made? A political pastor cannot even say the truth, and he sat there pretending to say the truth. I feel sorry for people who listen to her. I have no single respect for a lot of them. I see them as businessmen. I'm sorry. That's why even in the UK, I don't go to Nigerian church. I see a lot of them are just business. They are pastors, but they are businessmen. They are businessmen that are only interested in protecting their business empires. You see what he's saying? He cannot even, at least he would have shamefully said, Nigerians should vote, even if you don't want to say exactly who to vote for. But can you not at least be honest to say, vote for somebody that is credible, that you know that at least make that kind of comment. But look at the political statement that he made, putting all of them in the same basket when he knows that at least with the evidence that we have seen on ground, that Peter Obi is not a thief, is different. But because he's an Igbo man, the Yoruba political pastor cannot even say the truth. Cannot even say the truth. They are always dancing around. They will see straight road like this, but you see them dancing around. They can never say, even ordinary Odumeje that I used to think does not even know what he's doing. Odumeje is even saying the truth than most some of the. If you listen to Odumeje, he cannot even speak proper English, but at least he has the courage to even say the truth. You see all of these so-called political pastors. Some of these political pastors, only because of tribe, they cannot even say the truth from their mouths. It's just so shameful. And I feel very, very sorry for the gullible people that are sitting down and listening to these people who cannot even say the truth. Thank you so much, Mr. Elvis.
Thank you so much, Madam Deborah. This is your longest submission ever. Thank you, Mark.
Yeah, because it's just so annoying. You just see, you see Ojo and the rest of them talking and they are laughing. Whereas what is going on in Nigeria is even enough to annoy somebody. But you see how they sit down, they trivialize what they are talking about, and they are laughing.
Thank you.
What is there to laugh about? What is going on in Nigeria, Mr. Elvis? Is that not enough to any right-thinking human being seeing what is going on in that country? Is it not enough to kind of annoy you?
All right, thank you.
But you see, they sit down and they are laughing when they are discussing what is going on.
Thank you.
Very, very shameful and disgusting. Thank you so much, Mr. Elvis.
Thank you so much. God bless you. Thank you. All right, this happens once in a while when somebody can be lucky either on the panel or on the phone, especially when we don't have enough people on the panel. So anybody that calls in or join on time and you are just alone, you can talk for 78 years. Nobody will stop you from talking. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to every one of you, my people. I appreciate you all. Thank you, my mother for Mommy Diaspora. Thank you, Mommy, for all that you do. I appreciate you always. Thank you, my brother Abu Azi. Thanks for all that you do. I appreciate you. Good evening to you. Good evening to every one of you right there. Mother Peggy Modi, Mother Eugenia, Mother Stella Masaredo. Thank you, Mr. Johnson Emmanuel, Michael Ganamaro. Thank you, Madam Emmy. Oh, Madam Emmy, I'm going to return your call shortly, or you can call in if you're listening to me. Thank you, Ozatesi, Masmara. Thank you. Good evening to you all. Pastor Gilbert there. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thanks for the super chat already. I'm very, very grateful. Thank you very much, Uyi Desmond. Thank you, my brother Black Panther, who again, and Oga Kingsley. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you, Michael, Abba, and many, many more. Now God bless you, our people. Thanks for your time with us. Please help us to press on the like, help us to share. If you can't press on the $ as well, just write there on the comment section. Encourage what we do here every day. As you and I know that the situation of the country is not pleasing. A lot is happening. If you have to talk about religious leaders, I've talked about them so many times. You can see the man was sitting on TVC News and he was saying that there's no credible candidate amongst all of them. So he could not bold enough to say the truth on Tinubu's channel. So, and these are the same pastors that many of you worship, because you prefer to worship your pastor than to worship God. Many of you. Yes. Thank you, Madam Emmy. Good evening, ma'am. Please talk to us.
Yeah, good evening, Mr. Elvis, and good evening to everybody in the panel, Mommy Diaspora, those watching, and those in the comment section. Thanks very much, Mr. Elvis. Yesterday I tried to call, but unfortunately, the match, it was a long day for everyone.
Exactly.
And I knew yesterday that you were disappointed with the whole England saga.
I was very upset.
I was asking myself, everybody that put their flag now, all my neighbors everywhere, we didn't have to take it down.
You have to take it down.
It's coming home, it's coming home.
Yeah, it's not
At least we'll rest now. Yeah. Yeah, yesterday when I listened to the news in the morning, Ayo actually made a comment with regards to the terrorists. She's asking them to be pampered. People that have killed people, they're asking to parade them. She's saying no. That part, I would really like maybe the panelists to talk about it later on. If it really makes sense for somebody that killed someone, they're asking for them to be paraded. Aya is saying for the fact that they've killed, it doesn't mean you will. I don't understand. Even terrorists that have killed, do you even need to take them to court? If you know them, that they killed people, and this is what they do. That is one for me. Then Dr. Abachi actually says boldly that Nigeria will have a monarchy system as presidency. Unfortunately, if the presidents are behaving in that way, we, the Nigerians, we need to correct them, because that wasn't part of the constitution for you to be a monarch. He keeps saying that over and over again. So the journalists are the biggest problem we have in Nigeria. For Abati to be saying that all the time, that we have a monarchy system, blah, blah, blah. And even today, he talked about when he was talking about the judges with the houses that they actually gave them. And he said that the judges shouldn't be impartial. But him, on national TV every day, in support of APC, but he's bending his mouth towards one side. Sometimes you ask questions. People that actually behave or assume to be educated, sometimes when it comes to money now, they sell their birthright, they sell the education they actually claimed, that they actually did for their own integrity. Unfortunately, in front of them, they just throw it on the floor, With Abasi, I just pity for him, and I'm not sure if the wife actually listens to him and to advise him after the morning show, or maybe that is what they actually used for their, for their survival. Because I have an information, or I would assume the wife is a journalist as well. So you want to tell me both of them, they are just ignorant of how life should be, or what they should say in the outside, for people to see them as proper human beings, not idiots, unfortunately. And again, when it comes to this ADC issue with regards to the chairmanship, for this former chairman, who is, what's his name again, Raf Wonsu, if the problem they are having is the chairmanship, can't they go back to status quo for him to take over back again? Or is it because Atiku is the owner of the party from day one? He was just the one holding forth for Atiku. Because I don't understand if they are saying the leadership of David Mark is actually going to be taken down, and you were the previous chairman. Can they go back to status quo? Is the question for what I would like maybe other people to talk about, because I really don't understand this rigmarole of Atiku bringing his people to clinch over the ADC. Is it that he actually is the owner of the ADC from beginning? Because Rafu Wonsu, again, as an Igbo man, I don't understand these Igbo people. They are just so, I don't know. When they say we want Igbo presidency, they have things, but they just throw it away with their hands, and they keep fighting people. You were the chairman. Why did you give it out to Atiku to take over? Why can't you hold your party and for them to come and, you have like a collection than selling your birthright to Atiku? That part, Mr. Elvis, I don't understand.
It's easy to understand.
It's not the problem.
It's easy to understand. It's the highest bidder. These people can betray anybody for money. So it's happening in every political space in Nigeria. So they can betray their mother, their father. So it's happening across the whole country. So it's the highest bidder. Atiku enticed him with substantial amount, and then he decided to betray his own brother. That's what they're doing.
But if you hear them on national TV talking about Igbo, you just look at them and you just shake your head. Cowards. Money is not everything. And again, Mr. Elvis, judges building houses. Mr. Elvis, what is a house? Building houses for judges. What is house? That the judges cannot even afford to, even if it's 1 bedroom. Out integrity, stay in that your one house that you can use your sweat to build. Before I bought my house in the UK, I didn't see it as anything. I was okay in where I used to live. So when I see judges selling their soul because of house, Mr. Elvis, and money, material things, I just keep wondering, God, where are we going? We don't have people of integrity anymore.
They're not going anywhere.
Oh my God, house,
to be honest,
4-bedroom duplex. What a shame.
Everybody's captured. All of them.
Mr. Elvis again. You see the Orire adoption, right? People keep saying it is like a stage, because according to the Makinde said, the day he actually announced he wants to be a president of Nigeria, the next day this happened. So now, even in the Senate, they say they want to give them 50 million. What about the people, the killing in just today now? They are not human beings. So they are only going to compensate the one that happened in Rire because they are part of it. Is that what they are saying, telling Nigerians? What about the killings after the Benue attack, the Plateau every day? And this one that just happened where somebody actually lost the whole 7 or 9 family members. So what are they going to do to those ones? Those ones are not human beings, Abi. The whole drama of the whole thing that actually happened. A woman that was in captivity, she came out. I heard that she said she was asking, "Where's my car?" God.
Really?
Yeah. Immediately she came out. She was asking the soldier, "Where is my car?" Somebody was like, "Is it that the soldiers, when they did whatever they did, was the person that actually she gave the car key to go and park somewhere or something?" That the first thing that she asked of was, "Where is my car?" And when they brought them from the so-called captivity, one of the women were sighted with a mobile phone.
Oh, wow.
One of the women, the one that had the hijab, she was sighted with a mobile phone coming from the bush. And people were asking questions again. Mr. Elvis, how come the people that were captured, they were actually rescued? The day they were rescued by the soldiers, how come they were not on their uniforms? If they've been in the bush? If they've been in the bush suffering, according to the stories they told us, how come when they came back, you know when they see people that they've been in the bush, they come and looking tattered, maybe that uniform, that one uniform, is only the woman that the principal, she had the same clothes on, but the children didn't have uniform, Mr. Elvis, I bet you know, sir.
Yeah, none of them.
But that's the woman. But the woman, the same dress, they gave it to her again after they washed it or something. How come the children were not on their uniforms?
What happened to their
except
uniforms?
The school.
Madam Amy, you are carrying me to where I don't know.
Because Nigeria will make you to think. You think you want to analyze. You can't even get to the point where you are.
No, maybe the terrorists give their children own shirt made they wear. They can't keep the uniform for them or something like that.
Inside bush. So they see brought clothes for them. And even the woman actually said they were nice to us. Have you heard anybody that been in captivity that said they didn't touch me?
Yes.
You see this story?
He said they didn't touch her at all. And they now also ask her, what about sexual molestation? She said, no, nothing like that.
Yeah, they were nice to us. You heard it.
Anyway.
They were nice to us, but she was the one she was the one that said they were beating everybody, chaining the men and tying their eyes according to her story. So where is the niceness now?
Anyway,
Elvis.
let's move on with the story that they give to us. That's it. That's Nigeria for you. Thank you very much, Madam Amy.
And again, one last word. I heard that Mama P and Peter for Nigeria, they were actually invited by the EFCC for questioning.
Yes.
I don't know if that story is very true.
It's true, yeah. You know.
It's well with Nigeria.
That's where we find ourselves.
At the end of the day, what I want to say to Nigerians is either you fight or you stay there and they will come and kill you. I'll tell my children, when you see all these butterfly or all these little things, if you know this thing will kill you, you have to fight back. Before it kills you, at least you did something. So Nigerians should not just think, oh, they've won. No. They should get their PVC, make sure the election day, they do the right thing, make sure they stand. And there's nothing, again, we say God cannot do, but for this God cannot do, you have to do the thing and wait for the result. It's not asking God, staying in your house, watching football or watching a Big Brother, and you think, are they finished with the election? No, you have to go there and let God actually see your efforts. And sometimes a miracle can come to place. Not you sitting down and you think a miracle will just come like that. It doesn't happen that way. Nigerians, get your PVCs, go and vote. All Nigerians that are entitled to should go and vote. And this time around, I am very, very positive. With all these things happening now, you can see that the devil is helping them to misbehave. Everything is like an onion. All their bad behavior before the election day, how they are fighting now and how God is exposing them, you can see what is happening. So there's nothing that is constant. So let's just see what happens in 2027. But everybody needs to put their efforts so that at the end of the day, we can all rejoice. Thank you very much, Mr. Elvis.
Thank you. But before you go, please, I want you to understand that due to whatever that is happening now, the same satanic APC people also have a way of capturing the gullible Nigerians by doing some kind of thing that is right, and they get carried away. For example, just today on my estate group in Nigeria, in Lekki there, I was reading comments that were going on there, why many of them were debating inside there that, what is happening now? Like just called the day, Tinubu is working now finally and all that. You see, these are rich people commenting rubbish. I'm telling you, Madam Amy, that these people, Tinubu will know how to capture them. If either just give the straight permanent life for 1 month or 2 months during the time of election, or you just give security for that 1 or 2, 3 months, you see all of them will start speaking rubbish. I'm telling you.
Mr. Elvis, you are very correct. Yesterday I watched an interview. Have you watched the Isaac Fayose interview?
No, I've not.
Yeah, Isaac Fayose had an interview with Arise News. What's this man's name? Charles Anyugolu.
Charles, yeah.
That interview, it said some things, but I was very disappointed. Him saying he's giving APC 47%. 47%, and he said when it comes to security, insecurity is 0, but 47% because exchange rate has been stable for some time now as a businessman that is doing business. It is all that. When the people cannot actually, if they are using that, if they are trying to make the naira stable, they are using money to do these things. It's not a natural thing. So what about the ordinary people of Nigeria? And again, there's something I want to ask Nigerians again, and ask APC supporters. There was a time Tinubu came and he said his friend for Belarus brought tractors. And for any reason, if Tinubu wanted tractors, are they not Nigerian people that could have actually done that bidding, or can't Nigerians actually have that contract? Does it have to be Tinubu all the time, bringing people from outside the country to take away our commonwealth? Now, where are those tractors, number one? So Tinubu's why I keep saying people should start giving money out. First of all, the brain of every country like Nigeria, we have lands. Why can't you deal with insecurity and let the farmers go back to their farm? When I was in Nigeria, we would buy them and put it on the ground. It grows. When it comes to farming, when it comes to agriculture, Nigeria is number 1. Plateau, just those places. Why can't the government try and bring people back to their homes and let the country become the way it was before they came into power? Whatever they are doing now, Nigerians don't fall for it. Before they came into power, we had food, we have rice, beans that were cheaper. Now, whatever they are trying to do are artificial things, and it's not going to work. It's a temporary fix. Nigerians don't fall for it. Please take us back to where you saw everything before you came into power. Then we'll know you are working. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Madam Amy. God bless you. Thank you. Okay, yes, finally we are coming to our panelists. Thank you so much, everyone, right there. Thank you, Oga Kingsley, for the super chat. I'm grateful. God bless you. And thanks for those of you that have liked, that have shared as well. You can do more by pressing on the like again if you have not yet done that, and help us to share as well. Let's listen to our panelists. We spent so much time with our calls and presentation. So let's see what our panelists have to say on this. The first person that joined us today is Mr. Alabo. Thank you, sir. Good evening to you. Please, you have the floor. Talk to us.
Thank you, Mr. Niger.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you very much.
And God bless you for what you do. God bless you for what you do.
Yes,
can you just give me more time? Let's take Chris. I will speak after that. Next person, please.
Okay, let me come back to you. Okay, good.
Thank you, sir, for your understanding.
Yeah, Auguste Ombo, it's good to have you on the show today. Good evening to you, sir. Please talk to us. Auguste Ombo, are you there? Okay, you're not available. Let's go to Mr. Odua. Thank you very much, Mr. Odua. Good evening to you, sir. Please talk to us.
Good evening, good evening, Mr. Jawash. If you can hear me.
Yes, very clear. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Good evening, Mommy Diaspora. Thank you very much. Good evening, everyone in the panel. Thank you. Good evening, commenters, listeners, and the viewers and the passerby. Anyway, because the time is not really friendly to me, and network also giving me, that is why I'm not really following things up. But with the little and the talk of that our sister who called first, in Nigeria, what we are seeing, foolishness, they said it's a disease. According to those who talk English, say foolishness is a disease. So what Nigeria are suffering, what any ethnic that they are shouting, hey, they went to come and delete their people, they went to come and do this. What they are suffering is foolishness. It's not Nigeria constitution, because Nigeria never have constitution. The constitution that enable one person to carry whatever I want to carry to come and delete my people, then that constitution now banned me from defending myself. There is no constitution that banned you from defending yourself. He only banned you not to go and take law into your hand. That is what he said. He did not say don't defend yourself. When a person who left his house, if we want to challenge the constitution, you take law into your hands. We want to know, because I'm in my own house. A person who left his house from use in the name of one useless Nigeria is not from my state. Even from my state, we are not from the same compound. So the constitution allowed me to be blind in my compound, then for a person to come and pour me hot water? No. The constitution give me hand to push that hot water away. If the hot water now destroy the person, it is the person who take law into his hand, because he left his house to come to my place to do evil, and that evil on him. So Nigerians, we keep on languishing, crying, because the mentality they have is too unequal. Because you can't tell me that a man will have whatever military man doesn't even have, the Air Force, the police doesn't even have, and the Nigeria government cannot hold that person. What are the duty of those state, what do they call them, DSS, which is supposed to be SS? They call them the Department of State Security or State Service. What is their duty? Their duty is even more now to secure the state more than the police. The police that we know, because they have all the gadgets that the police doesn't have. So they will not be in the same city or in the same state. Then you will hear that the bad people come to one community and destroy the entire community, or destroy even one house, and they go free. DSS supposed to be arrested. DSS supposed to be, all of their duty supposed to be cancelled, because it's their duty to protect the state. That is why they call it state security. They did not call them that when they say no, they are called state security. So they have to make sure the state is well secure. Not when person talk in Facebook about what he's suffering, they will tell you the DSS arrest him, or they are inviting him to this DSS office, just like the way they call or the AFCC or whatever. Because Nigerians are dying in stupidity. That is why they say, spread your bed how you will lie on it. You cannot tell me, there is no way you will tell me that the soldier man who allowed the man from the Sokoto, from the Kano, from the whatsoever, to come to Edo State, to come and put fire on any compound. They send Nigeria soldier man. Then is now holding me, who hold the compound, or who come from Edo State, of retaliating on a man who left his Sokoto to come to my place. I will be in at that fire, we burn to ashes. Nigeria constitution. Nigeria doesn't have constitution. It is because nobody is challenging the constitution the way it's supposed to be. Nobody is challenging it. That is why people are shouting, Nigeria constitution doesn't say that. What Nigeria constitution does say so? We cannot go to farm. Who make you not to go to farm? A man who left Kano make you not to go to farm in Edo State? You will make him a bushmeat. Vulture will feed on him. Because if he want to do something in farm, he will have remained in Kano, protect all his bush. Or did Kano not have bush? Or the Sokoto, do they not have bush there? Then you will not come to Edo State and drive Edo State's child not to go to farm. Look at the way they delete people of Benue. And that man said you don't wait soldiers. Since you people have been waiting soldiers, what have been happened? That is why if they have not rescued their own, they have been kidnapping their people. Because you people did not let Nigeria know that they are kidnapping your people. Because if you people are being on the street disturbing, make sure that those people who kidnap in your place, they are all brought to book. When you bring them, when they are arrested, their face must be displayed. You must shame them on the street. Everybody must know that this person is the one who kidnapped today. Then for that person to not go to any state, he become a public ID card. Everybody now know, this person was the one they're showing Facebook, or they're showing television, they're showing to this. Then he will have to think twice before he said he want to carry out any mission like that. Even if we even allowed to be on the street, we have to think twice. That is why whenever I hear that they arrest any of them, they cover their face. Cover what? Cover nonsense. The people you're supposed to be advertising on the street, flogging him, pouring in water, children will be shouting ole ole along with him. So, the Nigeria wake up. If they catch any kidnapper, they should parade him along all the market square, all the ring road, every busy areas, so that people will know them. These are the kidnappers. They will know their name, know their face, know where they came from. So anybody who see them in their place, we easily understand. This person is the one that is doing this job. So that is how it's supposed to be. That's why when I found the one police arrest in Edo State, that time they delete one woman, kidnap his children, the woman that had a daughter. They were backing camera. I say, what nonsense? Backing camera. No, they must to face. If they can call our brother, who's that is a Yahoo boy, they display his face everywhere. Then the one who na kidnap, who na carry with them, or power, who na carry it to extort money from another person is the one you will not show your face. That means you are is your cohort now. You are a corporate also, because if not, you will have showed this person to the world, the entire world, to know that you are covering such person face. Even though you want to hang him to death, you will make sure people know the risk. You will put his face out there. So all those police that are covering their face, automatically they are all the same member. If soldier arrest them, they cover their face. They did not allow you to show. They did not show them in camera because all of them are corporate. They are the same. They are member. That is right. So that they can do another one tomorrow for them. So our sister who tell us that the Benue people should rise up. It is their duty to rise up, unless they will finish them in their ignorance. And I urge them to carry whatever they want to carry, whatever they can use to defend themselves. Whatever. Because me, I cannot leave my father's house for anybody to come and be destroying it. I will say, oh, Nigeria Constitution. No, that Constitution will go to inside Atlantic Ocean. That Constitution will be on the Atlantic Ocean. We will do it. Then, if we want to have Constitution, then we will now begin to debate how to have the Constitution, because the Constitution cannot allow you to come and destroy my father's house. Then we render me useless. I will not be sleeping outside. Then I will say the Constitution. Will the Constitution build me a house? Those people that these are so-called delete from Benue now, will the Constitution bring them back? So until we begin to say enough is enough for this nonsense, let us nobody use Constitution to cover up those things. So that is for that. For our pastors who lost his life in our Reverend Father, may his soul rest in peace. It is painful anyway, but God knows the best. They said he lost his life or he did it because they said he should come and go to Nigeria. Well, we can't say.
But they say now he take your own life, Nabi.
But no, they did not say that letter that this is what I'm using to take my life. They did not bring any medicine that maybe this is what it take. According, they say he was thinking and he will have a heart failure or weather failure there the other time. So thinkness can easily make person, because in this country, even in Nigeria, thickness can make person go extra gaga. That is just the truth. But so we cannot say he take his life, because if he take his life, they will approve what he used to take his life. A white man is not like black man. If it is letter he wrote down, then the substance he take, then he will be there. If it is gallows he do to himself, he will be there. Those things will be there. But they could not prove anything like that. They say he take his slow life. The thing is, he know that Nigeria is not a good place. That is just all. If he feel that he don't want to return to Nigeria, he will have asked his church member or whatever. They will extend his visa for him. Or he will have drawn the prince cloth, then the chopper salon, then continue life. So life goes on. Well, it may so rest in peace. That is what I can say on that. So let nobody say he take his life without a substance or evidence to prove that this is what he used to take his life. So all those harassed people, they should don't be deceived themselves. That is just it. It pains for the wicked and the judges. You see, Nigeria is a country where illiterate claim to be educated. Where the educated one is what they are calling illiterate because they don't talk English. But they forget that Germany are not English people, but they make their place okay for people. China are not English people. Russians are not English people. They don't talk English, but their place is conducive for people. So talking English doesn't mean that person has sense. It only means that you are gifted to hear language. That's all. A judge are happy that a wicked stole land from people and build house for them. I hate to hear when people say it is government that owns the land. Government that owns the land. Before the country named Nigeria, people has been living in a particular place. Then because white man came and now call it Nigeria, or we want to be doing things in a white man way, doesn't make the land of the people belongs to another person. Now, wicked destroy Abuja people's house. First, make them homeless. Then now collect it and give to judges. Then now say government holds the land. Is that not a criminal government? Are those people that are saying such things, do they have sense to think at all? Before Abuja became headquarters, those people, were they not living in that place? Is it not the place of their origin? Then one man will now come from nowhere in the name of say government. He put all those people. Then tomorrow, if they become a bandit, they become a criminal, they become a killer, you said, they are evil. Whereas wicked are the one who is sending them to become evil now. Because the children those people are going to give birth to now, what will not be their fate?
Thank you,
Then
Mr. Adua.
what will you expect from their character? Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Adua. God bless you, sir. I appreciate you. Thank you. Okay, give us a mandate. Are you available to speak? Okay, you are not there.
Yes, can you hear me, sir?
Okay, yes, I can hear you.
Thank you
Thank you, my
very
brother.
much for
Good evening to you.
good evening to you, to the panelists, comment section, Nigerians all over the world. Greetings to you.
Thank you, my brother.
Thank you very much for allowing us to be on this space with you to do this together. First of all, let me say to you, people in London, England, anywhere, particularly to Mr. Elvis and Braston, right? I know say I tell Braston say, make you no worry, Messi will beat him, and it wasn't far from that. If you be Messi disliker or Messi hater, you probably would need to hate more or go and listen to the song that says "Cry More," Ronaldo fan. Nothing you can do about it. Messi is a goat. Messi is a legend. He knows what to do to win a game. And so we are cruising to the final. Lamia and Messi playing final. Messi beat him when he was a baby. And now Messi is about to retire, and then we'll see what's going to happen. But, I mean, England, right? I was scared at 80 minutes. I was like, what's going to happen? Now, so it could end, but I know that my guy will perform magic. And he doesn't fall short from that. So, Mr. Elvis, we see next year, 4 years more still there. If you not qualify, you now go play. By then, Messi would have retired, and then you guys can go and play the final. But as of right now, Messi is the king. So, to everybody out there, the World Cup is about to end. I mean, I'm just hoping that this adventure continues, but it doesn't last forever. Now, on the issue of Nigeria, what is so shocking to me is the headlines I've seen in the past 72 hours. Hopefully, you can see him, Mr. Elvis. The issue of Dave Umahi and the lady from Kaduna State. That's one. And based on what we had now, or what is happening now, they are about to bury the girl. Autopsy reports, I don't know what's happening about that. Only God knows. But that girl did not die this month. I think the lady died in June. And they made this known to Nigeria in July. And that's why when the issue of Gbajabiamila happened, I constantly said here that it is what they want you to know that you know. They will commit the crime, delay the news, and then sometimes even kill the news. And what they come to do is, oh, let's just tell them, just for their awareness sake. After all, if we tell them, they cannot do anything. Majabia Miller, with all of the atrocity and everything that we heard about him, he was still made the head of the state police panel by Mr. Tinumbu. That means these guys will commit crime. That means government is committing crime. They will delay the news or they kill the news. Now, how can a 26-year-old girl, physiotherapist, working in Dave Umahi's university, and then also partner with the Ministry of Works, died in a minister's house? You know, ministers also have categories. And so you can say Dave Umahi is one of the major ministers because he's the Minister of Works. I mean, and works cover the making, I mean, roads development and all of that. And so this girl died since June, and the whole story was not made, I mean, the whole thing was not made known as soon as it happened, up until this July. Nigerians, we are in for a long ride. It is not the first time Dave Umahi would have been caught in all of this evil. There was a story of some guys, engineers, that mysteriously went on missing, and up until now, they've not been able to find them. That was when Dave Umahi was the governor of Ebonyi State. Now the issue of the lady that said, oh, he gave me a contract, I did the contract, he came to my room with towel in his waist, wanting to sleep with me and all that, and they remember his story because they said she ran away. Now, what is it about Dave Umahi? There are some ministers that are closer to the presidency. Now, Dave Umahi is close to Mr. Tinumbu because if you look at it, the coastal highway to fraud, Dave Umahi is the one in charge. Bola Ahmed Tinumbu gave that contract to his friend Shaguri, and today now, Lagos flood is being tied to the coastal highway. That because of that coastal highway, the flood in Lagos, what you are seeing now, Mr. Elvis, in VGC and other places in Lagos State, is as a result of that coastal highway, because most of the canals have been sound-filled. There is no drainage for these waters to go into the ocean, and so flood is everywhere now. The government is not even addressing that. The government and the Ministry of Works, led by Dave Umahi, is not even addressing that issue of flooding. And now all of a sudden, you now hear the issue of this young girl's death. And Dave Umahi is asking Mr. Peter Gregory Obi to come and debate with him. I mean, how can this kind of person want to debate with Mr. Peter Gregory Obi? And now autopsy report on that young lady is not perfected. They want to quickly bury the girl and case closed. No more story, end of story. Nigerians, we cannot continue this way. Demands must be made. What is the cause of the young girl's death? Why was she found naked in the house of a minister? She's a physiotherapist. She has her own house. What is she doing in that place? Why was she naked? Mr. Elvis, can you see me, sir? So why was the young lady, why was she kept naked? What is going on? And now we begin to hear rumors and begin to hear stories and all of that. Now, on the issue of them saying that Atiku is, I think Kenneth Okonkwo, the I don't even know how to categorize him now, or how to classify him now. The media rat of Atiku, saying that Atiku is the sure way of IGBO Presidency. So the question is Atiku is Atiku an Igbo man that for an Igbo person to be a president, it has to come through Atiku. On what ground? On what basis? All of a sudden, Kenneth Okonkwo, that man, Kenneth Okonkwo has now become a media beggar working for Atiku. The man that you criticize, the man that you spoke truth about. The Atiku only believes in money politics. Kenneth, what has changed? And now you are selling your birthright, saying that your own brother is not the sure way or the pathway to IGBO presidency. It is Atiku. Kenneth, what's in the apple? What is going on? What's in the soap? That's why you don't say your birthright. That's why you don't finish yourself. Man, you are not different from Boala, Reno Mokri, Festus Keyamo, Bayo Nonuga, Diri Alake, and the one that they call Iroloju of TBC. You are not different from them. Because you guys, all of a sudden now, when money shows up, you guys sell your truth for lies. You guys sell your truth for lies. How is Atiku the sure pathway? And now, Atiku, ADC has been registered. So on what ground will Atiku be the pathway for IGBO presidency? The last time I checked, ADC has been registered. So Atiku is not going to be on the ballot. The battle is between me, Mr. Gregory Obi, my own president, and Mr. Tinubu and APC. But even APC, they know that Peter Gregory Obi is a sure man. He knows what to do. He has the answer. My only concern is, although I understand there are issues out there, people are he's talking about his life at risk and all that. But we made our cry known. Everybody all over the world is aware that these guys are threatening you. Hopefully the government will do what is needful, because now you are now a presidential candidate. And all over the world, every candidate, more so a presidential candidate, there must be a security for them. There must be a security. Their security must be elevated, must be increased. Because now they have put themselves out there to want to be a president. Mr. Tinubu, what are you doing? APC, what are you guys doing? Will you guys go ahead and increase the security layer of Mr. Peter Gregory Obi? And my principal, well, enough of the international tour. Let's come back home and begin to ask INEC questions. What is going on? Let's begin to even ask judiciary questions. What is going on about NDC issue matters in the court? What is going on? I know your code has been given to you, your name has been uploaded, but are we sure that the course is clear and we are good? And let the campaign begin, because this battle is going to be between APC and Nigerians. And Nigerians are right behind Mr. Peter Gregory Obi. Nigerians are right behind NDC. Mr. Tinubu, APC, Nigerian Army, Nigerian Police, Nigerian Naval, whoever is in charge, increase the security layer of Mr. Peter Gregory Obi based on his call. So for me, Atiku saying that is a sure pathway to IGBO presidency, I don't know what he means by that. He has said it before, and I don't know what he wants to do, because he's probably not going to be on the ballot. His party has been deregistered. So on what ground are you speaking, Mr. Atiku? Mr. Atiku, money politics man, on what ground are you speaking? So for me, Nigerians, all that we have to do at this time is to ensure that APC truly understands that this fight is between them and Nigerians. It's between them and Nigerians. The battle is between Mr. Tinubu, APC, Muslim ticket, if there's any, and Nigerians. The fight is between Nigerians and APC, between Nigerians and Mr. Tinubu, between Nigerians and their Mumu ticket. So Nigerians, let's not fold our hands. Let's speak. Let's fight. and get accountability, excuse me. Because as it stands now, these guys are bent on destroying everything. Now on Peter, Randy, and Mama P, hopefully EFCC don't have anything against them because these are not criminals. Who you should go after? Olukayode, Bello, Wike, Bajabiamila, Dele Alake, Bayaro Luga, including Mr. Tinubu. Go after them. Leave Randy Peter alone. Leave Mapi alone. These are Nigerians doing their job for Nigerians. So you don't have any case against them. Let me hit my mic at this time. But I call on Nigerians, please let's all put our voice out there. For that 26-year-old girl from Kaduna State, what was she doing in David Umai's room? Thank you very much. I hit the mic.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Give us a mandate. Thanks for your submission. I appreciate you. Thank you. Okay. For two of you that have been calling since that did not answer, in case you come back, you're only going to get 6 minutes. All right. I'll go to... Okay. Thank you. Generation, talk to us. Good evening to you, sir.
Thank you, sir. And God bless you once again. And good evening to you and your wonderful family. God bless every one of you. All right. I greet everyone on the comment section, everyone on the panel. God bless you. Stay humble. And my brother Odua, and give us a mandate. Thank you for the wonderful submission. My brother Chris Dublin, God bless you. Everyone on the comment section. Black Panther, I don't know what you are doing there. Find your way here. Everyone will commend you for what you are doing. A new Nigeria is coming, and this new Nigeria is possible. Together, we'll get it done. On the issue of Umai, I will not stress myself over that one because no matter how you speak, this is not the first time allegation upon allegation. Umai, I've told you Nigerians that as a minister of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, he said he's more dangerous than when he was even a governor. Go and check it. He said it live. So he said he's more dangerous now than when he was a governor. There is something he's not telling us. So who is going to investigate? He said he has pushed it to the IG. Who is the IG? So to do tradition or no tradition, the law and the constitution of Nigeria supersede every other law. No culture, no tradition that will override the constitution of Nigeria. But which country do we find ourselves? They are the one in power. They own the institution. They have the power they are telling you to do evil to people. That is what is happening. Do you know what is going on to the father, the family of that children? How many threats they must have received? Or if they are not useless, sorry for using this word on them, if they are not already taking money. The gay boyfriend is mentioning, he must have settled that one. They must have settled that one, allegedly. So a lot of things, if this come to you as a surprise, Nigerians, then it means most of you are gullible. Did you not notice the girl that happened? Did they not settle? They paid that girl that came out to tell Nigerians, sing praises to Umai, and later the money formula sharing, the sharing formula for the money caused them problem with the barrister who linked the connection. Is it not on the same social media here? Where is that woman today? He has done her own part. So they have settled him, the money. So a character like that and person like that, what else do you expect? The sad reality of it is that, and the unfortunate side of it is that nothing will happen. This is a country we find ourselves where people can go unpunished, where people can take someone, unalive someone and tell you, do you know who I am? Go to hell. Go to hell. I will buy you and nothing will happen. This is the country. And you will come back again. Maybe you come to social media and cried out. The next morning, they will come to you and threaten you or settle you with money. Then you will come back to social media and come and tell Nigerians and say, no, that thing that happened. I don't know if you people still remember the boat driver with the House of Rep member in Abia State who assaulted the guy, and the whole Nigeria criticized and dragged the guy out. When they went back to settle, is it not the same place we are? This guy disgraced the whole Nigerians, telling us that coming to speak for him, that all of us we are stupid, that thing did not happen. It's a country where we find. See, we have finished. It's a system we have messed up. This is a country we find ourselves. We are impunity. We are wrongdoing is the order of the day. And no institution can fight for you, Nigerians, if you don't understand. I have said it time without number. The military barracks you see is designed for some specific people. The police station you are seeing, it is not for you, the people of Nigeria. It's designed for specific people. We have not gotten an institution that is speaking for a common man. No. Then let's go to Wike. Did it start today? It started from Rivers State, building houses for this judge. Then he took over the court, using it to demolish people, taking over almost all the property of Rivers State government has turned to Wike home. It didn't start today. And then people were saying, no, it is good. Hey, he's doing the right thing. He's doing the right thing. Today, no case. Wike, every judge, whether Supreme Court or and no matter how judgment you will see, the judgment, whether the majority judgment or whichever one, it must be interpreted. Whether it's the minority one, it must be interpreted to favor Wike, and you cannot go and challenge. See what happened to PDP now. Return to status quo. Is it not the BOT? The other people just tenure has expired. Who owns the PDP? It's Wike. Who interpret the law? That has ended. They will make the law and do it in a way, put it to favor. So you can. That is a system we allow them to build. A man will wake up and say it must be judiciary that I will be building houses. Then the classroom teachers who are coming to protest, increase their salary is a problem. Why not build houses for civil servant? Then people can come and bid for it, even though you people still buy it for yourself. The civil servant don't see the house to get. Then you mortgage the houses for them. People wants to make that choice will come to buy. How can you build a house for a judge who receives not less than 4 million naira a month? A judge who receives not less than 2 million, no matter how their degree is in Nigeria, is the people you are building houses for. People who can build houses for themselves. This is a system we find ourselves. These judges, this is the third arm of government. We have the judiciary, we have the legislative arm, and we have the executive. Tinubu is the line of the executive. Akpabio are the judiciary, are the legislative arms. Sorry. Then the judiciary aspect are the judges, Supreme Court, High Court judges, and Appeal Court judges, Magistrate Court, all those ones. All of them are the judges who are those places. They are supposed to have allocation of their own, the same way National Assembly have their own allocation. They put it. That is the same way. But the executive and the legislative arm do not want them to have their own budget and make things plan what they want to do. If they want to buy car for themselves, they lock them. They didn't want them to do. So they remain puppet in the hands of the executive and the legislative arm. Let me not even have the legislative arms. In the hands of the executive. They make the judges useless. They think of how much they want to put in the budget for them. They don't want them to be strong in a way they will not influence them to make judgment in their favor. If they had allowed, if we want to ask me, even if they allow, what about the National Assembly who are putting their own budget and padding doing everything? Why are they still slave in the hands of, I know some of you will ask, why are they still slave in the hands of Tinubu? It's a system we are suffering today in Nigeria. We have to talk about this individual. Who are we, Nigerians? Question you ask yourself, will I make anything different from those judges? Will I make anything, or will I be different from Nyesom Wike if I am in that position? These are questions we need to ask ourselves as Nigerians. Would I be able to make anything different from what Tinubu is doing if I were given the opportunity to be the president? If I myself were to be the chief judge of Nigeria, if I myself were to be the commissioner of police, what difference would I have made? It's a big question for us. I leave us to answer this question ourselves. Because all these people we are talking about who have become slaves, the judges in the hands of Wike, are you surprised? When governors recommend who want to be the judges, when they bring them, do you people ask the process of recruiting people into the High Court? Have you seen the advert one day? The children of the judges are going in there. Politicians recruit them to be there for their interests. So when our institution is not by merit, it's by who you know, who recommend you, and which list that is good, the president is going to approve. That is where we have this big problem. If someone can graduate, you see, this is a first-class student, and he did well in the law school, and he have that automatic employment, being a child of anybody, and will have that cultural value and remembering, place their value above corruption, then go there, not taking money from politicians. We will build a better system where court judgment will reflect the will of a common man, not what a politician wants. But the system we have today, every individual in Nigeria is waiting for their turn to cash out. We have lost it. Morally, we have lost it. Our cultural value, those values we used to have, they will tell you, remember where you come from. The name of your family is highly respected. Today, nobody take those things to be anything in Nigeria anymore. People no longer see corruption. I keep saying, go and ask this question on the street. Nigerians don't see corruption as anything bad. They have accepted it as their way of life. So everybody is waiting for their own turn, either the turn of their brother or one of their oga, the one they align with. If he succeeds this election, it's our own time to sign fund the treasury. That is what majority of Nigerians are waiting for. That is why I'm asking this question for us to ask ourselves. If you were to be the governor of Edo State, what difference would you have made for the life of Edo State people? Would you behave anything different from what Okpebholo is doing? It's a question. Then if you can answer that question, then you ask yourself, why would these people who you think we are fighting for Nigerians, how many of you, maybe most of you are Gen Zs, will not remember 2012, 2013, 2014, leading to 2015 election. If you know the promise this Tinubu them, APC promised Nigeria, you would think by now Nigeria would have been Dubai. Then what changed? What happened as they took over the government? Were they not the same people who were telling you will make dollar 1 naira to dollar? Who are telling you will give you electricity, or Obasanjo do this to roast corn to use it and do this? What has changed today? When characters like Festus Keyamo have become useless. So when people, individual politicians, began to build houses for judges, the judges do not have their brain again. They will begin to work with the brain of Tinubu and Nyesom Wike. That is it. When Nyesom Wike appoint anybody in the INEC office or recommend them whichever way he wants to do through the back door, everyone working in the INEC office who were recommended by these politicians no longer work with their brain, but the brain of Nyesom Wike and Tinubu. That is the problem we are into today. A police commissioner who is recommended by politicians, neither Tinubu or anybody, and he was recommended to be a police commissioner in that state, he will no longer work with their brain. They will drop their brain, their senses. The whole sense they will use will be the sense of that person that recommend and appoint them. So there is no place the Nigeria people come in for them. It is about the interests of the people who put them there. In other places, you are walking on the road, you are not seeing any police. But because institution is stronger than the people, people obey the laws. You are driving even a place there is no camera. But because you have a strong institution, you know what will happen to you. You might lose your license, then you go back to theory. Before you pass your theory, go back to practical. If I thought they don't suspend you for 1 year, when you look at these penalty measures alone and what you stand to lose, your brain will make you to make the right decision. But when we have an institution that is being destroyed by politicians and deliberately, they deliberately destroy this institution to continue to manipulate the system, to continue to run the government the way they want to run, to suit them. They are doing it intentionally. They are not joking with it. They don't want the judiciary to stand for the people of Nigeria, so they want to manipulate them whichever way they want to do. The police, the army, they don't want it to stand and defend the integrity of our country, but they want them to work for them. So every institution in Nigeria, EFCC, every government parastatus, all of them do not have their senses. EFCC boss does not have his own sense. It's not working with his sense. Police AIG is not working with his sense. Army generals, all of them are not working with their senses. They are working with the sense of politicians. That is why, if they are not working with the sense of politicians, they will not tell you, go, stay in this place. There is a signal that kidnapping will happen here. Then somebody, one politician will call you to leave that place, and they will leave. Then they will come and kidnap the children. Till today, nobody have answered us to tell us what happened in that KB state. Who make the call? Who asked the army to leave? Because they don't have their senses. It's not you calling them zombie. It's not about zombie. They have dropped their brain. They work with the brain of government in power. And we will continue to suffer in our country until every one of us begin to ask this question: what difference can I make if I have the opportunity to be there? Am I going to say it is my turn now? Like your president said, in a country of over how many million, one man came out to say, it is my own turn. Then you should understand that we do not have institution. Our institution is destroyed long time ago. What we have there is a set of machineries put in place to continue to rig election, to continue to perpetrate evil, to continue to carry out the activity of corrupt politicians. We don't have any institution in Nigeria anymore. Tell me one institution in Nigeria that is functioning. I want you to tell me, point out one institution that is functioning in Nigeria. Tell me. Anyone should tell me and challenge me. Bring the fact and tell me one institution that is working in Nigeria, that is not working for the brain. It's not using the brain of Wike, neither the brain of Tinubu, neither the brain of Akpabio. We are finished. Every one of us must stand up and come together for us to see this problem, the institutional problem, that we have to face, and our cultural value that we have lost. Nobody care about what people will call you. That is why you see criminals in power. They don't care whether you call them criminal, whether you see them as assassin. They don't bother about the names you call them. They are not worried. They are not pet up. That is the reality. If you like, call Wike any name. Did you not see the joke he said? They said he is grabbing the land. This is what I've used to build a judge's house. They don't care about the name you want to call them. They don't give any damn to it. They must continue to do it until you, the Nigeria people, are willing to take this step and decide in your heart that you have decided to be a change agent, not the change of APC, but a genuine change that every one of us has repented, not because you are the one at the corridor of power. If you had that opportunity, that we can stand up and say, no, I can't do this thing you are asking me to do, then Nigerians will resign. People from APC now will begin to resign. What is happening today in this government is not what I came in to support the government to do. When we get to that stage and people from government, you see it happening in UK. Cabinet, they resign and left a Kestama. What is the issue? You are deviating, you are not standing to the promise we made to the people. And, and you see ministers resigning and leaving. Until we reach that stage, you will stay in your local government.
Alabo, I think he didn't complete. Even
Yes, sir.
Kestama himself, he resigned.
Yes, it is. I'm just talking about individuals. Can say, okay, what President Tinubu is doing today, this is not what Nigeria people want. And a minister will put a resignation letter and leave. I don't like the way Okpobolo is running the Edo state government. I'm talking of individual Nigerians. Until we get to this stage, begin to think that all of us, we need to put our hands together and change the institution. Because our body language and the way we do things must reflect the country we wage. As it is today, we are not ready. We are finished in this country. So every one of us must unite together and start this change that will return back to our values. That you know, in those days, corrupt people, you disassociate yourself with them. You don't want people to see you holding the hand of somebody they know is a thief. That is when we know that a bird of the same feather flocks together. But today, people don't care about those things. People want to associate with criminals.
Mr. Labo.
I don't know. Yes.
Yeah,
Give
sorry.
us a mandate.
With this guest death, this 26 years old, that happened last month, and they are now making it known this month. Are we sure? Are we sure we all are not gone already? And this guy is still a minister. Can still talk to Peter Gregory Obi?
See, Umai does not send anybody. When I'm telling you, I don't want to stress myself. I'm looking at the institution. Okay, I'm looking at how our institution.
And
if
because
we have institutions,
we don't
like
have, because we don't have none. If we have, this guy should be somewhere now. All his ministerial appointments put aside.
Go ahead, Mr. Najawash.
Do you know that Nigerians are reacting bitterly over this thing of this girl saying that they cannot do autopsy or do any investigation or do anything? Everybody should just forget, like Umai came out to say, the family don't say no, blah, 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 blah. So everybody move on. God will judge. Really? Listen to this.
God will judge. God will
that was found dead in a politician's house. Guess what? There will be no autopsy. They are already going ahead with burial arrangements. There will be no investigation. There will be no form of question asking. Nobody is asking any. The girl is dead. In fact, according to the publication I'll put up there, it is the parents that are deciding that they don't want autopsy, that they don't want it to be public, that they just want to go and bury their child. That is what they just released according to this morning. So you are telling me that a young, vibrant 26-year-old girl is found dead in somebody's house, and that's all? You're just so kind enough to let it go.
Just
Is
like
she
that.
a rat?
Mm.
I don't understand what is going. You see this country, you will let me then kill you, now you lose. You will allow me something to you, now you lose, because there is no guarantee of getting any justice.
I tell you, I say, when Umahi talk just now, the thing shock me. Yes, the thing shock me, say, let God judge. And for those of you that is talking about this on air, we want to use two of you to test law. Threatening Nigerians from talking. Nigerians, sir.
That means say life no get value anymore for Nigeria. So there's no more value to life. Oh, that this is what I mean. No, that means say that somebody can come to Nigeria, they find the person, they move on. Life is valueless now in
It's
Nigeria.
crazy.
That's what it means. Life is
Mr.
valueless.
Avis.
Hey, my
Mr.
God.
Avis.
Yes, sir.
You know, this Umar is something. I want us to learn from past event. He never reached 6 months. You remember that girl? So let it not be a surprise. That family I'm talking about, so that family is too thin. It is sadder. They are under pressure. They have threatened them, or it is sadder. They have given them money they have not seen in their life. They have become useless. That is too thin. These two things have gone to them, threat, and they have given them. If they give them like 200 million, someone who is seeing 30,000 as salary or is not seeing anything, depend on the daughter to send them money.
So that means the life of their child worth 200 million. That's what their child life.
You don't know our people. That is why I'm talking for us to go back to our, these moral values that we have lost.
It's
if we
crazy,
begin
my
to
brother.
return back,
It's
we are
crazy.
finished.
Just imagine the rubbish where Umahi can talk for press. And all the press there were laughing at the end of the interview. Oh God. All of them were laughing.
Mr. Najawaj, are the press not the fourth arm of government? Is that not what they call? Is it the fourth arm or the fifth arm? They are the fourth arm now. These are people who would have been dragging Umahi today. But all of them, they have been settled.
Mr. Alabo, round up in 1 minute. More people
Okay,
again.
thank you. So this my 1 minute is just something for me to just encourage us. And should I use the word encourage? I just want to appeal to us. Appeal to Nigerians. Without this country, without a better society, there is no way you will have a country. That is one thing you should understand. If we continue to live as if we are in a banana republic, where anyone can wake up and do something. Today is this girl that happened to. It might be you the next morning, or as I'm talking today, some people are victims. Going to be a victim this night. God forbid, it shouldn't be you. But it's not everything you say, God forbid. The same people we are saying God forbid yesterday are victim today. And you that is saying God forbid today, you might be a victim tomorrow if we don't stop this evil happening. That is why I'm saying institutional problem. We must fix it. When I talk about the institutional problem, you today that is on the road walking, Nigerians, you today that is on the social media condemning, those people in that institution are retiring. Many policemen are retiring this month. Many will retire next month. Most of you will pick a form to join. Army are recruiting. You were on the social media shouting for things to go right.
Okay,
But
thank
when
you.
you join this institution, how are you going to bring changes? You will still go there and behave like them. So we must change this mentality of going in to take advantage of the system and not to change the system. A new Nigeria is coming, and I strongly believe that that new Nigeria is possible. Together, all of us will make it work. Thank you, Mr. Avis.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Alabo. God bless you, sir. Thank you. Okay. Let me move on to the next person to talk to us, which is Oga Chris. Thank you, sir. Good evening to you. Talk to us, sir.
Mr. Najaraj, Domo, sir. Good evening, sir.
Sir.
I'm very grateful for the opportunity today, Domo, sir. Although we came very late, I'm very sorry about that. And almost the good Lord will continue to bless you for this work you are doing, despite how frustrating that this can be. But you've kept your head high above the waves, and you keep doing what you are supposed to do for your country. And everybody listening to us from all over the world, I want to say good evening to you all. The good Lord will continue to bless all of you, those that are called in, those on the comment section, those that are not just engaging with the platform but listening to us every day. Please find a place in your heart to be part of this discussion. When I say part of this discussion, I mean use the dollar sign, use the like sign, use the share button. Because in so doing, we make our voice to go far, we promote our voices, and we support the platform. Mommy Diaspora, I want to say thank you so much, Mommy, for everything you do for these broadcasts every day. Monday to Sunday, Monday to Sunday, Monday to Sunday, January to December, relentlessly. I want to say thank you so much. And people on the panel with me, I can see Stay on Board, Paudua, give us our mandates, Black Panel, Emmanuel, and Oga Alabo. Yeah, that's Oga Alabo then. Oga Alabo, it's good to have you on the broadcast. Thank you so much for actually keeping the platform for all of us that came late. Thank you so much, Oga Alabo. You see, today, I keep saying the things we discuss, they are the same every day, but it's just that they take different dimensions. But it's always about infraction of the law, bad governance, institutional decay, corruption. Those are the things we talk about every day. And most of the time, the regular suspects are like 70% of the same people every point in time. I would have loved to start with Femi Emmanuel, not the F. Emmanuel with us there, the two names coincided, but Femi Emmanuel, the video Oga Naija was played. The renowned Femi Emmanuel. And I must make this known to everybody. See, that guy, I used to listen to him like 10, 12 years ago. Yeah. When I was in Abuja. Somebody that I respected. He used to have a radio program, but listening to him today, I just shook my head. I completely shook my head. That is where I would have loved to start from. But because of the talk about Dave Umahi, I think I'll just go to Dave Umahi. You see, people, a very important question was raised by one of our panelists. How come that this thing happened over a month ago? It is now that it has finally gotten to the media. It is now that people are talking about the issue. For me, I'm looking at it from two perspectives. May the soul of the person that died rest in peace. May her soul rest in peace. But if we really want to be circumspect, if you really want to think critically, what can you really say in a situation like this? What can you really say? If the parents could come out and tell us that, look, there's no need for autopsy. You know, it kind of reminds me of what happened to the other lady. You remember the lady, the 70 million naira lady? That lady came out, everybody, even Mama P, they almost closed the courts. People almost run foul of the law, of the Nigerian law, because they were supporting this lady. Because I remember how the likes of Showore, Mama P, and all of them, even VDM, they almost went to the court. They almost went to the police station to take the laws into their hands. And lo and behold, that lady came out and she began telling us story. Began telling us story, making everybody that fought for her look like a fool. So having said that, I think the same thing is repeating itself again. But the question we should ask ourselves, why always Dave Umahi? There's something with Dave Umahi. There's something sinister. There's something dark. There's something coming from a dark place about that man. There's something that above light in the life of that man. That is why he talks to His Excellency Peter Obi the way he does. He doesn't see anything good in that man. Look at the circumstances surrounding the deaths of this young lady. She's your family friend. Okay. How? How are you? What do you mean exactly by family friend? You paid her hospital bill 2.2 million naira. On what basis? She's been living in your house. First news, she was a physiotherapist. The Physiotherapist Association of Nigeria came to deny that she's not a member of their group. And now we are hearing she's a nurse. And if you see the body language of David Umahi, he's talking like, somebody that's so relief. There's no remorse about the lady that died, but he's concerned rather about his own public image. He's concerned rather about the fact that there's nothing that you can do again. If you listen to that interview, he's not speaking as if somebody has died. All he was talking about is protecting himself. Why people should not be and discussing the matter, why people should not be making wrong assumption in quotes. That's all David Umahi was concerned about. That's all. Talking from a place of confidence. Now the parents have said they don't want autopsy. That's why I say we live in a lawless country. See, I'll quickly tell you one incident that happened in this island. There's a man and a woman that had issue, and the woman went to the police, and the case went to court. Why the case was in court? The Benin community in Ireland, they called that woman and the husband, they settled them. So the woman went to the courts and told the court that, look, we have settled it within our community. Do you know that the court summoned everybody that was part of that meeting? Because they felt that they must have pressurized that woman to take that case out of court. They summoned everybody. Everybody swore to an affidavit to make sure that it wasn't pressure. Now somebody was tried. The next thing, the parents, they don't want autopsy. And nobody is doing anything about it. And look at the two conflicting evidences. The man was telling us that it was the police that actually took her naked body. Said it was the police. And he also gave a very faint illustration. He gave a story that would give him an alibi by saying that the woman said she wanted to go and take a bath. That was the last thing she said. So when they broke the door in the morning, they met her naked. And secondly, he also said that she wasn't naked. It was when the police took her. It was with the police that the police, they were the first people that took her naked pictures. You see, those two contrasting stories alone already sets him up for investigation. But as usual, even if the state say they are not going to do anything, this is why I keep saying that we need to define who we are. Are we a secular state? Are we run by Sharia government? Or are we run by a Christian government? Because it's not just only about this woman. In the Muslim world, things happen in the Sharia belt, those 12 Sharia states. They don't do autopsy. They just put the person and bury the person. That's it. But ordinarily, the law of Nigeria should supersede. This should be a state investigation. Even if the parents, they are saying they don't want autopsy, fine, we don't want, it's good. But the state needs to know what has happened to one of its citizens. And that's where the NDC is coming. Because I've been saying that the NDC, they remain a sleeping party. These are some of the things.
Oga Chris.
Yeah.
Oga Chris.
I can hear you.
In a criminal case where the police has ascertained whether it's a murder case or a homicide or false degree, anyone, does the family have any right over the body anymore?
That's what I'm saying. Now we try to talk. Now we try to explain. I tell you that land, don't give example. This one will be a story where they read for newspaper. It happened in the Benin, Edo community in Ireland. So if you know any person by chance, call and ask them that somebody said this online, on live broadcast. Something like this actually happened. It was a well-known story all over the place. They carry everybody, they go through affidavits to make sure say they will be part of people, whether they pressurize the woman or not. One are just domestic violence to talk of say person by command. The state will want to find out what happened to one of them. So the truth is that we are living in a lawless country. And I think these are the areas where the opposition party should come in. Not be only to the say party nomination, ticket. I'm coming to the opposition again. If I talk about opposition, you should know what I'm talking about. It's the NDC. I don't give a damn about the ADC. I'm coming to that again. That's for David Umahi. You see Femi Emmanuel, that man I talked about. You see, the only thing I just want to say with that man is that, when people talk, people are very general. You don't know where they stand on any issue. He was very careful of people like that. Now, even the Tinubu people, the TVC people, we know it's a Tinubu channel, ask the man, what about preachers that recommend that openly come against the government? He said they are not good. What about those ones that don't talk? They are still not good. Those ones criticizing government, Femi Emmanuel said they are not good. Those ones not criticizing government, he also said they are not good. So you have to stay at the middle. So who defines that middle? Who exactly defines that middle? Now he wants to talk about the politician. You see, this is the greatest trick. People that are supporting evil, if they don't want you to know they are supporting evil, they will tell you that all of them they are the same. How can you put His Excellency Peter Obi, Atiku, Tinubu, all of them in the same category? Just use one brush to paint all of them. So what he's saying is that eventually, even if you choose to vote for Peter Obi, it's not going to make any difference. So Tinubu is already there, just allow him to continue. And thank God the interviewer reminded him of how he went to politics with the deadly Alao Akala. What did he say? He said it was that event that opened his eyes. If you cannot come out to tell Nigerians that, look, even these people, they are all old politicians, but Peter Obi has the edge over all of them, no matter how you look at it. And people must play politics before they become presidents. Do you just come from anywhere? So you can't tell me because he has been in politics that automatically disqualifies him. No. He's been playing politics and he has been playing it very clean. So Peter Obi is not in the same category with those people he described. Now, coming to Wike, you see, this issue of Wike, I've said it several times. I'm looking at it from a different perspective. We have to separate what the law says and what our emotion says. The first thing is this: can the government take the land of any citizen without even blinking an eye? The answer is 100% yes. The next question is that what are the conditions? Aha, that is where the question is. You see those land grabbing they are talking about. Technically, if you have a CFO, that's the importance of the CFO. If the government has to do any project, irrespective of who you are, because according to our law and our constitution, I know a lot of you like Obasanjo so well. A lot of you like him so well. But people like us, we sincerely believe that Obasanjo has done his best. But however, the problems we have today in Nigeria, Obasanjo is, if you are counting the architect, he will be between 1, 2, not even up to 3. Obasanjo, because he had all the opportunities at every point in time to right the wrong. He had the opportunity to have conducted election 2 times to ensure that we have credible people in power, but he failed on both occasions. And even when he was now the president, when I say 2 times, that's when he was even leaving power, not when he's in power. When he was leaving power, he had the opportunity of getting it done twice. He failed. Now, the reason I say Obasanjo again, remember the Land Use Act of 1978. It says that every land, I know Ipaudu, I will not agree with this, but it's not really what we agree with, it's what our constitution says. Every land in the Federal Republic of Nigeria belongs to the government. That is the first provisor. Then if you read down, it started saying the rules and regulations, how you can do. That was the origin of CFO. CFO, most of the time, some CFO, they will even write that, now this land belongs to you, the government is giving you for 100 years. So they can say 99 years, they can say 150 years. So technically, it is your land, but somehow, if the government has a need for it, they will take it. If they are constructing a railway line and it goes through your land, they can take it if they want, because it is what our law says. But what are the conditions? If you have a CFO, the government has to pass through due process and compensate you adequately. I think the law also provides that if government take your land, I need to say this in pidgin, Where government want carry you go must be better than where they are taking from you. You see, so the government is now forced to make a choice. So before government take your land, if you have a CFO, it really had to be that they need that place. So the question is that did Wike and Co, did they follow due process? The answer is no. Completely no. That is where the land grabbing thing comes. The reason I'm making this distinction is that tomorrow it might be His Excellency Peter will be in power and he needs to do some work. He needs to construct maybe tram or railway across the 36 state of the Federation, and it has to pass through people's building. So the next thing is that people will revisit this. But the truth is that I believe His Excellency Peter Obi, if anything like this comes up in future, I'm very sure he's going to do the right thing. It's going to do the right thing. It's going to follow due process. It's going to compensate the people appropriately. That brings me to the next question. Is it right to be building houses for judge? You see, that question, the problem we are facing is because of the people that are doing it. Because we know that these people cannot be trusted. They will use it to manipulate the judges. And again, why do you have to? Okay, let me answer that question. Is it right? Yes, it's very right. It's very right, but it depends on how it is done. You can say everybody is saying Wike. No, it ought not to be like that. If the judges need accommodation, a bill has to be sent to the House of Assembly or the Federal House of Assembly. Then from there, they decide if they are going to build houses for them. And there's a National Judiciary Council that will be part of this whole process. But the way they are doing it now is completely a one-man show. It's only about Wike, the FCT minister, and the president. No other intermediary. So now it is looking like a gift. And which is it? It is actually a gift to these people. Where it's supposed to be a national thing. It's supposed to be a national, even if the judges need house. Are there no houses in Gwarimpa Estate? Look, I live in Gwarimpa Estate, the largest estate in West Africa in Abuja. I know that place like the back of my hand. I lived there for not just for like 3 years. There are houses there, duplexes there that these judges could have been given. But look at the mouth-watering houses they gave to these people. Assuming those houses pass through the due process, there ought not to have been a problem. I also say this for what sense of responsibility, because in future, the future that I see His Excellency Peter Obi as the president of Nigeria, he will want to do this, and I believe he will also do it in the legal process, legally. Now, this is where I call out the NDC again. Look at this judge's house. You know, the one Oga Naija was showed today. It's not just today it happened. It has happened, I think, since last week. These are the kind of things the NDC, the opposition party, this is where they should be exposing the government. For example, the people that own those lands, you go and meet them. Government compensate to now, then follow due process. Let those people say their stories. Then you use that to campaign against the government, to expose the government. Now only we now go dey talk about the bad thing wey this government do. We are doing the work of the opposition. The opposition is sitting down, selling tickets, fighting who they will give tickets, who they no go give tickets. How is it going to work like that? It's not going to work. See, we can be talking the way politics work. You see, when people, public perception, when the public is talking, you see all these people with their power, they not go shake. Oh. You know, concerned, they go they laugh because they know say we can't really do anything. But if it is coming from the opposition, and the opposition, they act as if they are not in this world. As long as you have your phone, you are connected to any social media, even if now YouTube, things will be popping up on your YouTube station. The opposition, are they deaf? They're not hear everything they happen. All these things people are complaining about. Wike has publicly told us the land grab where they are accusing and for what they do. And they just want us to be talking on YouTube. We are giving you the information, yet you are not using the information to do what you are supposed to do. The airport incidents are the drag His Excellency Peter Obi into today. Today, what's the opposition doing about it? What's the NDC doing about it? They are not. They are waiting for you and I to come and do their dirty work for them.
All right, thank you.
So that's just that for the. Oh, okay. Maybe second time I'll talk about Malami. And Jawas, thank you very much for the opportunity. I know I spoke for a
Thank you,
long
sir.
time.
If let's say you not hear the best since.
No, I don't hear best.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Okay.
Almost,
Oga F. Emmanuel, it's good to have you on the show. Talk to us. Good evening to you. You're not there.
Igodo me godo.
Thank you, sir. Good
It
evening.
don't happen. Igodo me godo. I greet you, Mr. Evix. I hope say you don't drink cold water, make you cool your, make you calm yourself
This one
down.
Umayi style, been a wiki style.
This
This one
England
Umayi
will
style,
carry you.
been a wiki style.
But leave me alone. Leave me alone. Igodo me godo. You know, say Nigeria na crime scene. So anywhere you are trying to, lay to rest one, another 2, 3 is raising up. So it's a crime scene every second. So it has become part of the lifestyle of Nigerians. Hey, my brother, I greet on first of all. Mr. Evans, I hail you. I pray for you so that at least people say, at all, na winch. At least even if in a bottom pot you get, you still thank God say there was a bottom for you to crack, to eat. So maybe I pray that England should take the third place so that maybe you go use that one, calm down, drink once more coffee, calm down. Okay? It is well. My dream nation, our dream nation. I greet you, sir. How is our baby? I hope our baby is doing well. Then stay humble. I hail you. Give us a mandate, wow, this is our mandate. For 4 years, our mandates are not been given. So what do you think we should do? You don't tell now. This give us our mandate. The mandate has not been given. Another mandate they need to even extend the mandate that you're clamoring for. So it's high time you change this name. The 4 years of the mandate you're clamoring for is almost gone. So please, let's re-strategize and change that bloody name, okay? Thank you, sir. Then Chris Dublin.
Each of us we have a divine mandate. So either this one or which one.
Oh, but don't be political. Don't be political. We know the mandate we're talking about, so don't be political, okay? Chris Dublin, Koye, I agree to you. Our forefather, Odua. I agree to you, sir. Egbula Cement. I don't know whether they go still revive that company, but it is well. Since our governor in Edo State cannot even read figures. So I don't know how he's going to revive Egbula Cement. Then Black Panther, I greet you. I greet each and every one of you at the comment section as well. Well, what do we have to say today? We have seen Kenneth Okonkwo run his mouth like a tap that doesn't have that the handle has spoiled. That even when you are turning it, it will refuse to turn off. That's how this guy is running his mouth. It is well. Now we are Beleface. That's the kind of politician he is. Then it's unfortunate that we just find ourselves in a country that human life is not valued. Human life is not valued in all ramifications. When you want to accuse the politician, they now come back again and see the ordinary people that are suppressed. Ordinary people, I'm not talking about politicians now, ordinary people that are even oppressed and suppressed, they're downtrodden already. Their action, their response to situations of life, you begin to wonder, it's like they are not fueling the actions of our politicians. This is a girl that was carried 9 good months in her mother's womb. The day she was given birth to, the whole community celebrated. A queen is born. Probably she's the first daughter. A first daughter is born. Or no matter the number, she belongs to the family. But the most important is that a child, a precious child is born to the family. And it ended this way. Even if it's a prodigal daughter, there should be some iota from the parents, except those people are not with her biological parents. Maybe they are claiming to be. Because I see no reason why such kind of shameful death, and they cannot act aptly to bring about justice. What a shame. I begin to wonder why. Why are we like this? Is it because of Naira and Kobo? Is it because of, I don't know. We have put money above life. In fact, if you want, right now, David Umahi doesn't have anything to be blamed right now because the parents are giving away their daughter to be killed. That's the way I look at it. A lot of water has gone under the bridge for a family to lose suddenly, what you call suddenly. Death is a sting. It's something that happened unexpectedly. And in a shameful manner like that, I don't want an autopsy, at least to ascertain the cause of the death. At least, even if she was doing Olosho, by the laws of the land, well, somebody was not kidnapped, somebody was not shot dead, somebody took her leg to a minister's abode, minister's home, minister's residence, and never came out. Came out as a corpse. I say questions shouldn't be asked. I say autopsy shouldn't be done. Then I think the parents should be arrested. Yes. The government should supersede the actions of the parent at this point in time. Because the government are responsible to secure life and property. Now, in this current situation, that is life that is lost. Questions should be asked. Minister has even given the go-ahead that an autopsy to be done. And yet the parent, if really they are saying no need. We just want to bury their dead. Is she a Muslim? Is he Haramic? Is she a Muslim? By that name, that name is not a Muslim name, it's a Christian name. At least ascertain the cause, so that others will learn from it. If it's somebody who is asthmatic, then those who have the same kind of amen that are doing wrongs, they should be not careful because of crisis that might arise in the course of their activity, secret activity. But rather, they say no, they are not going to do autopsy. It's a shame. It's a shame. So the parent should be, I don't know, it's just that the system is not a system that works. Otherwise, government should stand and say, okay, you parents, you say you don't want autopsy, okay, no problem, step aside. We are the government. We want to do what we need to do because security of life and property is within our responsibility. The government will carry out what to be carried out. What needs to be done will be done. The who need to be punished will be punished accordingly. But unfortunately, this is where we are. The same country when people are coming out to protest against bad government or governance. Another set are also protesting against the protesters. Can you see? So how do we get justice? How will the country be better? Some of us will protesting against bad governance, while some of us also protesting against those who are protesting. Tell me how it go better. So where are the problem? Politicians are crossing their leg. No wonder Akpabio say, let them be protesting while we are here enjoying. Because they know the character of the average Nigerian when it comes to Naira and Kobo. That's where we are. That's why we're in this mess. Few want to move forward, but 10 want to move forward, but 50 will drag us backward. That is what is causing our stagnation today, my brothers and sisters. We have a lot of Nigerians that want to move forward, that want to bring about goodies to our nation. But look at the numbers that are dragging us backward. They are more than the few. So what do we do? What do we do? It's unfortunate. Mr. Ivix, I don't know what else to say to our country.
All right, thank you, sir.
Yeah, that we are part of the problem.
Thank you, Guy man. Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate you for coming to put your voice to this today. I'm very, very grateful. Thank you, sir. Black Panther, my brother, it's good to have you on the show. Please talk to us. Good evening to you.
My brother, my brother, my brother. It is good to be in partnership with you. I want to thank you, thank everyone that has spoken, thank our mommy. God bless you, mommy. We all love you. I want to thank those listeners out there. I know there's a lot of distractions all over the place, but let us be focused on the ball. And what is the ball? The election 2027, sorry. Let us be focused. There's a lot going on that will make us be disappointed, that will make us lose hope. But don't let's focus on it. Let's focus on the ball. And as we are focused on the ball, let's just be positive in our moving forward. Because it is a battle of taking your country back. And we have to do what? We have to be consistent with what we are doing. Remember, don't let what is happening make us lose focus or make us lose hope. We need that strength at the tail end of the match. We need that victory. We need that strength. So I'll beseech every one of us to just feed himself with a lot of information, because that is what we need that will strengthen us. Because what we have now is not a country. It is just a mere place. It is just like a place where we have gathered. It's just like people going to Mecca. They don't own the place, but they are just there because their faith. Their faith. It's a land where they have to come because of their faith. We are not yet defined. We spoke at least a very good, in a very unique way yesterday concerning this. We are not defined. We are not citizens. We are not. Now let's look at the pastor that came out to speak. I want to say something here. We don't have Christianity is not in Nigeria. People might be shocked and say, what is he saying? It's not in Nigeria. Everybody's just going for a place where to hide his head, to hide among people that you can go and ask, oh, please, as I've stayed there for long, please, can you help me? Can you help me? Can you help me for work? Pastor, can you help me for this? That is what we have gone there for. We have gone there to those churches. We go to churches to party. We are not there to listen and adhere to the way of life of our Creator. There is no church in Nigeria. I'll put it like there's no place of worship in Nigeria. The reason I'm saying this is because if you
statistics of the men of the pastors, I don't call them men of God, the pastors, the workers of the ministry, they are not workers, they are businessmen that have launched their edifice. And as they launch it, they expect to produce something out of it. And when they produce something out of it, they expect of what? Profit. And their profit is you and I that goes there. They congregate in a mighty place. They're expecting something, profit. Because they have made the word of God mere words. They are not doing what? They are doing what? They are acting on a surface higher than those congregations beneath them. They act using the word of God as a catalyst to portray something out there so that people can come forward in gullibility and put money into the other. That is what they are doing. You can see a man of God that was slain. The man of God was telling you that he doesn't have the eyes nor the mental capacity to know the man that is good and the man that is bad. He doesn't have the mental capacity. He doesn't have the Spirit of God. Neither does he know God to know who is a thief and who is not a thief. But what he knows is that he gathered every one of us together and said, all of these are bad. Therefore, it is only when they say this one is good that all of us should not go and say this one is good. That is why all the churches in Nigeria are launching a department. They call it, some of them call it the political department. They are portraying who they are to us now. That is why you see churches, pastors cannot speak. When our brothers, sisters, Christians have been dropped dead, they were arguing among themselves. They were arguing among themselves. Christians in other countries were the ones falsifying the fact to the rest of the world. Our Christian brother, a man of God seated in the ends of power as a governor, was busy retracting his word and fighting against the soul that we have lost. We have no Christian. We have no Christian in Nigeria. All we have is just a mere people gallivanting around, expressing themselves. And what's the product? Money. Money is coming out. That is what we have. Churches that will see a poor man begging on the street. He will walk past that man. Churches that you will go to a church and tell the man, because I'm not well dressed, I want to come into the church to worship. He will say you cannot enter from the gate. All over the churches, including all the churches in Nigeria, there is no exclusion. All of them. That is why they know they are losing their salt. That is why they are preparing for the future, setting up the department of politics. All of them are setting it up. You see this one that came to, when Nigeria showed you, he had just set up his own. It's now what is in politics. And these are the people that said God chose them to prepare you and I for the kingdom. Meanwhile, they are enjoying the wealth of God on earth, which God has given to you and I. They are the one enjoying it. My brothers and sisters, know God by yourself and don't let no man throw you into the dungeon of hell. Now, Wike is going around building houses for the judiciary. I wouldn't blame him. You don't have a constitution. Normally, in a democratic setting like us, we copied from America. The judiciary and the executive are supposed to be what? Co-equal arm, independent of his own status. The question is, are they co-equal arm? Who is independent and who is a parasite?
of the other one? Who dictate the pace? Now, if you go to your constitution does what? Separate the constitution that Abdul Salami gave you, wherever they copied it from. It separates the power, isn't it? But what did not separate is that they took the judiciary and put it in charge of the judiciary. They didn't give him autonomy. They only gave him power to interpret the law. They didn't give him power to exist as an independent body, arm of government. Go and look at your constitution. I'm quoting, like any lawyer come here and prove me wrong. That is what your constitution does, and all the lawyers in the country knows this. That is why our father, Professor Zekome, said, no matter how you turn this constitution, it will be more defective. No matter how you try to do it, it will be more defective. Because from the beginning, it was under the platform and the foundation of lie. How can you give judiciary money? How can you build house for judiciary and you said the judiciary exists independently without what? Without money that would drive the administration of the judicial system. Now you now subject the judicial system to the executive, which is supposed to be co-equal arm of the government with the judiciary. Now you subject the judiciary to the executive, for the executive to dictate and build houses to them because they are homeless. Is the judicial system, is it under the federal status, or is it under the, what they call it, the federal the civil service structure? Are they supposed to be building mansions for the judges, or the judges will apply independent because they have their own rules? They will apply to their own body, then they'll give them loan. They'll build a house for them, they'll pay as they gravitate towards the end of their service. They will pay and pay. That's as a loan. Now they are being subjected to ridicule. And what happened? After subjecting them to ridicule with the constitution, you now do what? You now bribe them using a house which they, with their paycheck, they can afford to build a house of their choice. As a law, as a custodian of the law that served the country for 35 years, they can afford to build a house for themselves. But what happened? The government have to use Wike, who is very known to them, who they made a life venture, started doing what? Started doing the operational process in subjecting them to ridicule and making them a role model for us to see. But those in there cannot speak because they are enjoying and they've somersaulted into the cocoon of corruption. That is what all your about 75% of your lawyers that you have in that country, they have been cocooned. They have been clustered into that cocoon of corruption. They only say it, but they can never get out of it. They can't get out of it. They can't get out of it again. Except we fight and change this system by force. Not by speak, by force. If you don't change it by force, we will continue to be a rolling stone for eternity. Only God knows if the next generation, who are very dumbfounded, blind to what is happening to their future. Because if they are not dumbfounded, they should sit down and listen to those who have been fed with a lot of information of the past, bringing it to the present. They should take it as an empowerment to fight the future. They are not doing anything. To our ladies and to our police force and to David Omaye, somebody was down in your house, unalive in your house. The police stepped in. For a month, the police could not give the country a press briefing of what happened, letting the citizen to know whether this was a case of murder or this was a case of homicide, so that the state can take over the body and do whatever that is necessary according to their investigative tactics. Because when a body pronounced dead and it's not convincing that he died naturally, the body is given to the government to investigate. In a high-profile personality like the Minister of Works, it must be investigated. And when it's investigated, your police have a right to go to the and approach the court to have what? To go deeper and do a diligent autopsy on the body to ascertain and define whether it's homicide, whether it's a case of murder case, whether it's a case of first-degree murder or second-degree murder. The parents of the body doesn't have that power in a democratic setting to say this body, you cannot do an autopsy on it. It's not done. So I tell you, we are not a country. Nigeria is not a country. The forefathers who led the whole people, every one of us, to that table where they signed an agreement with the West. We don't know what they signed. That is why we are in this clamor. Until we dig in and know what they sign, we'll be able to do what? We're going to get out of it. For now, we are in and we are locked down. We must to unlock it. We must fight. Fight and scatter it. And let us see where it leads us to. Thank you very much. Nigeria Watch.
All right. Thank you, my brother. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I appreciate every one of you right there listening to us. And God will bless you now. It's a very pathetic broadcast today. So, yeah, especially the 26 years old girl. Let's have our final submission. We are ready 4 hours, 23 minutes. Our final submission. Let's go straight to, okay, let's do 30 minutes amongst yourself. Just talk amongst yourself, whoever that is available, only 30 minutes so that we can round up. So I would like to start straight with Mr. Alabo, 30 minutes. Thank you. Mr. Alabo, you're not there. Okay.
You did not mention me.
We'll be calling you since I've called you more than 7 times. You were not there. You can't join the platform and walk away. Oga, stay humble. You joined the platform, you went to market to buy food stuff. You came home, you started cooking pounded yam, egusi soup. You finish everything, you don't eat finish. You can say, okay, be like I joined one program today, might see whether they don't call me. Oga, stay humble. Talk to us. Thank you, sir. Good evening to you.
Okay, yeah. Thank you very much. So yeah, I've been itching to say a few things about what's been going on, really. A lot, very sad. Yeah, but I really would like to agree with some of the last comments that the last speaker made about the kind of bondage we are in. And if you are in such bondage with very strong cords and fetters, you really need to fight, and fight hard to liberate yourself from that. Yes, they said, some people signed some documents some decades ago saying this is what Nigeria should be, etc. And unfortunately, even the so-called founding fathers probably were not even party to that. And that's what we find ourselves in. And that's why some people, when we tell them that what you see or who you see is not who is responsible. Yes, culpability in some parts would be accredited to the criminal establishment. But at the end of the day, there are certain fingers there are certain hands, unseen faces. Very soon, the president of Nigeria will visit Nigeria. keep your fingers crossed, keep your ears on the ground, because a lot of things happening. See what's happened now. Sometimes when you wonder why people that you respect, people that they like to call the elite, who I don't regard as elite, because there's nothing elite in their mindset, mentality, actions. You wonder, why are they doing this? Why are they supporting so and so person? Why are they giving such and such judgment? Assuming what happened in Ebonyi State was not unraveled by the media, and the thing just swept under the carpet and nobody knew. Of course, the government knows, and they know all those things. And this is not the first time that such a thing would happen. Several of such cases that we never even knew about must have happened, involving all sorts of high profile or low profile politicians, and nobody knew. People disappeared. But of course, most times the government knows, most times the police will know. And these are the things that they use to blackmail them. Sometimes they will be shopping for a judge, and they will say, okay, we want to destabilize so and so party. We want to destabilize the opposition. Let's look for a judge. Of course, you know that these people, the so-called elite, so-called, because we are used to a lawless country, we are used to lawlessness. People just go on committing crimes, and they use these things to blackmail them. So these people that you see, even these judges that deliver these judgments, they probably are not people that they call and say, look, we want you to deliver so and so judgment. We'll give you 1 billion naira. No. They just call somebody and say, look, we have something against you, so and so and so. And they say, do this for us. Because it will surprise you that a lot of judges, even, they are not ready to bend the rule of law. But they will find those people who they can blackmail with all sorts of things, or who they can give a lot of favors, etc. So you see that these things have been happening, but because this one was unraveled, everybody now knows. And I'm not saying that so and so person is responsible. It's still being investigated, though. With this criminal establishment, the caliber of people we have in power, criminals we have in power now, there's nothing like investigation. So we wouldn't even trust the investigation. But again, I would say that the way Dave Umahi, the Minister for Works, handled this issue is very unstatesmanly. It was very childish. A 26-year-old girl has passed away, under mysterious circumstances in your vicinity, in your facility. And there's no graveness. You're just making statements. She's been treated in Turkish hospital. Go to Turkish hospital and get the records. Medical records are supposed to be confidential. Issues about health, they're supposed to be confidential. So sometimes when these people talk, when they behave, you wonder, do they even have basic training? Where did they emerge from? So the way he handled the whole issue made it look like a child's play. So sad. So, and you see, these people, full of inferiority complex, very low self-esteem, the way they go about things, see Dave Umar, see Nyesom Wike, every street, every road, every tap, every pipe has been named after them. Why are you naming things after yourself? And that also goes to, portray, again, the hollowness of the Nigerian state. That the people, of course, we claim that we had independence. Of course, no independence. These people are still in charge, the imperialists with their puppets here and there. And that's why the people do not have power. The power that should belong to the people. Imagine someone who is a governor. You are a servant. And then who gave you the power to name infrastructure after yourself? So you see that power does not even belong to the people. The so-called fake constitution. You see the enormous power, that's given to the president, that's given to the governors. The people are left with nothing. They have no say. So that's the country. And then with that, you see millions of young girls. Again, you go to Abuja, for example, you see a lot of young lawyers, girls. What do? They service politicians. So these people use poverty as a weapon, impoverish everybody, and then use our girls for their pleasure. A whole generation of young women being wasted. People whose energy should be channeled into industry.
My brother, what kind of service are you talking about? Servicing politicians?
Servicing politicians? Yeah, what do they call it in pidgin? Runs and all those.
You was about it. You ask Qatar everywhere, beg.
No. But that's the situation, and it's very sad. It's really sad. Yeah, I grew up, seeing these things, knowing these things, and it's really sad. A whole generation, thousands, millions of young women whose energy should be channeled into production, into industry, into transformation of a country, just being wasted. You now see the legion, another legion of people, including myself, who left the country, despite the fact that we had enormous resource to give to the country, to other countries. You see, so then you see that they are using these people. You go online, you see young men, young women, whatever they pay them, using their talent to to help these criminal politicians to stay in power. I saw one today where they used AI to to impose someone on Peter Obi's picture, because Peter Obi visited Berlin, and I think he met with some group, I think EU, whatever it is, and then he took some pictures and posted on his social media handle, and then these people went and removed his picture and imposed the picture of a white man, saying that Peter Obi did not attend the conference, that Peter Obi used AI, etc., etc. I say, if you have such talent, why are you using that talent to demonize a man who has sacrificed everything to rescue Nigeria? Why not use that talent to chase the criminals out of power? You see, that sometimes you also look at our young people. You look at, not just the young people, everyone, people that mortgaged their souls just for pecuniary gain, transient gain, just to help these politicians to stay in power. So it's really, really sad. It's very unfortunate, what's happening. And I hope really that this issue, this whatever case it is, would be a metaphor, or whatever it is, to usher in that radical change that we need. Because I think all the people, all the senior public officials who are involved in this, if they were in a sane society, they should have resigned by now. But again, they wouldn't. They will grant press conferences. Or the main media will be silent about it. The so-called government media, government-sponsored media, they will be silent about it. The only thing they do is to give Arabambi airtime. Every time when a station like News Central, whenever they think that they are not having patronage again, they will invite Arabambi, invite Julius Habure, and they will grant interview. And the only thing that they will be asking them is P2B, P2B, P2B. You see, so when you say these things, you'll be wondering, when are we going to wake up? But again, I'm very happy that God gave us somebody like P2B at this point in time. Somebody that, he has his bullets are so many. He can't exhaust. He's still shooting and shooting and shooting. And they think that, very soon his bullets will be exhausted. He will exhaust his bullet. But each time they think, his bullets are exhausted, we bring in a new catch. They chase him there. He goes the other way. So, yeah. So the most important thing, of course, that we should do is to be consistent in what we say, consistent in what we do, continue to put the pressure, continue to talk. And before you know what's happening, we'll achieve that sanity that we've always yearned for. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, sir. I appreciate you. Auguste Ombo, it's good to have your voice here today. God bless you, sir. Okay, I'm just going to give 2 minutes round quickly. Mr. Odua, please, your 2 minutes if you are still there.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Najawash. Thank you very
Thanks.
much. Anyway, Baba Christ, thank you. For me, I never know say building house for judges is bad something, but collecting destroying people's house, using to build for judge in the name of government holds the land. Who are government? Is it no human being that say they are the government? So the one now you not destroy his house, then is that person not a spirit? So it's no longer government. It become a criminal. Because for you to collect his own property from him in the name of they choose you to be a leader. It is unfortunately like it's abuse of power. Because a government face the area, like farm area, don't need to become city. Or even the what you call mud area, don't need to become useful. Those are what government do. Not to chase. Thank you, sir. Sir?
Is it not even an eyesore that government is building houses for judges? Are they not making
You have 40 seconds left. 40 seconds left.
Okay. So, and if government want to build house, you go to those farms, you build, you don't need to become city. And first, it's not even judge that need houses because judge has the money to build house. Those people that they are paying 40,000, paying 100,000, 80,000, that cannot even buy a bag of rice. Those are the people that need house. Those are the people you need to build house for. So Nigeria that need house, you abandon them. Like those police that their retirement cannot even do anything for them. Those are the people that need the houses, not the judge who receive millions that can build any kind of house they want. So it is unfortunately that people doesn't even know what is good and to the bad. And when they are doing evil, people clap for them and call them elite. Those are not elite. Those are destroyers. Because you cannot frustrate Nigerians who cannot even buy bicycle. You frustrate him and you are giving his property to a man who can even afford to afford transport of a aeroplane. So it is wickedness and barbaric.
Thank
have
you,
to
sir.
say what it is. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Odua. Thank you, sir. Oga Efeman, are you there? Black Panther, your 2 minutes, sir. You're not there.
I want to thank you, Naija. Thank you very much. And I hope you have gotten over yesterday's defeat. And let's enjoy the finals.
Do you believe that Argentina can beat England yesterday? You
Ah,
don't know football.
I
When we
not I
say
not tell you
when we
say
say
I not tell you say
when I say
I
England go
not
beat
let
Norway,
Nigerians play
you
the
know it's
video
there.
now.
When
I
I
not tell
say
you say
when
England go
I say
lose.
England go beat Norway, why are you arguing on that one?
Oga, you don't win that one. I tell you say England no go enter final. Now Spain get the cup.
Okay, let's see now. Well, I mean,
So how do you
you are for me, which is good. You are for my goat, so I thank you for that. My goat is going to
so
get
the
get.
final we should all enjoy the final and enjoy the world class game. Very beautiful game finals that we're going to see. And I want to say today, we all should not let anything we hear, deviate us from what we are pursuing. Our mind is made up. Let know this journey is very long. And as you embark on this journey, many will fall, as you are seeing now, many are falling. But we are going to get strength. We are going to get more strength as we embark on the journey because the picture will become more clearer to the entire people. Because they need to see it so that our voice will not be counter what? Productive. Rather, it will be productive and it will sink in. Now, let all of us focus on 2027 election, because all this nonsense that is happening, we know it must happen, but let us just focus on that one. That is what we should focus on. Because me, I want to see from ADC their pathway to presidency. Not all this makeshift they are telling us. Let them come to the round table and give us a starting point. We want to see it because if you are bringing a productive team on the table, you got to explain it to us, your pathway, not telling us that like what that one is saying, the man that the actor is
All
saying.
right, thank you.
Oh, we
Thank
want
you.
to see their pathway so that we're able to talk on the possibility of it. For what we know, the people
Thank
should
you.
rise up and take their country back. Thank you.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you. Let's move on to give us a mandate, your 2 minutes. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Elvis. Appreciate you. On the issue of the houses for judges, right? I think that's been dealt with. But honestly, Nigeria is a crime scene. People are earning in their millions. The ones that are suffering, they don't have a place to put their head. I saw earlier today a video of a woman that has 3 children. I think about two gentlemen and a lady went to meet that woman in a school where she's pushing up with her children. That video got me emotional. Those are the kind of people that need the low cost housing. Now this is what Jakonde was doing. Jakonde, the guys that meant well for Nigerians, they took care of the poor. But these criminals are taking care of the ones that already are enriched. Because what Wike is doing is taking care of these criminals that are already rich. They make their money and they are still defrauding Nigerians. But the poor ones are kept to suffer. What a sad nation and a sad country. Well, I also saw another video earlier today about Isaac Fayoshe. I don't know if he showed it, but whatever he's trying to do, he should just probably sit tight because this time you cannot deceive people. You either stand right or you tell us where you belong. Stand right or tell us where you belong because you cannot be playing hide and seek with Nigerians. That time has gone by. We either call you good or we call you evil, but we put it aside. And so Nigerians, the battle is going to get fierce. It's going to get tougher. Let's not relent. Let's not give up. Let's keep fighting. And for this year World Cup, like what I'm seeing now, it's possible that whoever wins the World Cup, they get the World Cup and then they also have a ring, like we have here in the American football. So there may be a ring coming for whoever wins the World Cup and also the World Cup follows. So all over the world, sit tight, sit back, enjoy better game on Sunday. Let's see what Messi and Lama will do because Messi actually beat that young man about some 19 years ago. So let's see what history has for us for these two great guys. But for me, I want Messi to leave the trophy and then retire with that. And all of you Messi haters out there, please go and listen to this song. Cry more and cry more. Your cry cannot stop a destiny. And we all should learn from Messi. Whoever God has blessed, no man can stop. Have a blessed night. Enjoy your night. Enjoy your day. God bless you, Mr. Elvis. We love you. And God bless your family. Mommy Diaspora, we love you. Comment section, thank you, everyone. Nigeria will be great. Let's keep fighting. Let's not give up. Mr. Peter, God
Thank
bless
you.
you for that you live for Nigeria. Thank you very much. Have a good night.
We'll see. Thank you. God bless you, my brother. Oga Chris, please, your 2 minutes.
Yes, Mr. Nanjawat, thank you very much for this opportunity. Another 5 hours of your precious time has been used today to talk about the things that affect you and I. Good Lord will bless you and count you amongst the people that made this change when the time comes. Not be all this one where they will marry, they are still alive, they are naming everything after themselves. The federal institution, you are naming everything after yourself. It's not going to work like that. With time, all those things will be renamed. Now, to the issues at stake, people, we don't still talk the one we will fit talk. Tomorrow, we will still continue to the talk. It not go finish. But as for the judges, see, that's just a classic case of the rule of law. Assuming the rule of law, then they follow am. As they make budget, they go make budget for legislature, the executive and the judiciary. And legislation, and they know wetin don use their own budget they do. They want to build that for themselves, it's okay. But this one will be like say Wike they do favor for them. So you see, this is not what the law envisage. But concerning whether government gets rights to take any land or not, that one should not even be a discussion. But this process of building houses by one man for judges, even if it's a good thing, but we can see that this is to stifle our democracy. It ought not to be. Then as for Malami, we say, well, tomorrow, time don't go. We talk about that one tomorrow. Talk about that tomorrow. Concerning the World Cup, give us our mandates. Yeah, Messi is no doubt a very talented footballer, but what some of us have been saying is that I would like to be a CR7 because it shows that even if you are not gifted, if you are not blessed, if God or anything didn't bless you, but if you stay focused and if you are consistent, you have a goal, you can achieve that goal. That is why I like CR7 because when I talk about him, it's not about whether it's better than Messi or not. And above all, don't forget that Messi for not reach where he reach now, assuming he get all the red card and yellow card where he's supposed to give him. This is why some of us
Make una leave that one. Make una leave that
wait,
one. See,
give us about it now, Felix.
the hold on, sir. The
Wait,
Algeria game. The Algeria
give us
game.
about it. Wait. You talk
It
now.
deserved double red card on that one. But the referee
I
did not
beg.
call him out now. So
Yeah, I beg. Thank you. I know, say the good thing for you, I felt talk am that day. People wey dey support Messi, they no go ever see the other side. But you, assuming you defend am in a way, na be say you for put your political career on the line. Na be say you no believe in justice. But I talk am
I
from
bet
right from
tell am
the
well well. Tell am well well.
as long no, to be fair, as long as that you admit at all, it just give credence to all the political campaign you've been giving. I was thinking
no,
you're going to make it out of it.
The Algeria thing, he deserved double red card, and I
So
mean
that's
it
what we are saying.
from my
So the
heart.
point, the
He
point,
deserves it.
the point still remains this. Give us our mandate. I'll say this every time. See, people that don't like me, I don't have any reason to like them. In South America, read the history of Argentina. They vow that they are going to clear their society of all black people. That could have been our great great grandfather. So there's no point liking them. In the whole of South America, it's only Argentina that I don't give a damn whatever happens to them. Because they don't like us. Look at the Argentina national team. Do you know that there are some two, three very good black Argentines that they refuse to take along to that World Cup? Or they refuse to be part of their national team. This is not really about Messi or anything. He's a very good player. Can you take that from him? No, at all. But has he been favored unnecessarily? The answer is yes. Even that day, the match against England. For me, I blame Tuchel. It's not whether Argentina is good or not. I just blame the coach.
Mr. Chris,
Yeah.
on what you said now, I will now say that if Messi,
Okay, we
because
don't close.
Mr. Allow
Quickly,
me say this. Please allow me.
quickly
What I
finish
get
that
with
one,
that,
yeah.
this guy, he has influence and he has money. Now, he comes to the US.
I think
They
we're
allow him,
beating
they
England
allow
and
him
they
to
talk
play. They allow
so.
him to play in Miami. So he should use his voice to campaign for the black people in Argentina. And maybe
No,
we need to go to his handler and tell him that if he doesn't know that,
no,
because
no, no.
if they have done that
Black
against him
Panther.
in the US, he will not play.
Yeah, Black Panther. I'm not going to do that. Now, my way be friend. Now,
No,
I
no,
go do that.
I would take it on myself to look
All
for his
right, all
handle
right,
next
all
week.
right.
I would do it.
I don't have anything against it, but even that match of
Okay, Chris,
England,
when you round up now,
okay, 10 seconds. The match of England, assuming Tuchel allow England to attack Argentina, Messi for not get time, take shine as it take shine.
They don't know
No,
how to hold on.
they wake up
Thank
the
you.
giant. They
Thank you
wake
so
up the
much.
giant in Messi.
I
And
want
you can't
them
do that.
24 hours to the match. I want
all
them
right,
about Messi. They're not here.
They woke up the giant
It's
in
okay,
Messi.
people.
When you do
Tomorrow.
that against him, it's like you are stepping on the tail of a snake. He's gonna bite you
They,
harder.
they say Messi, nothing for Messi. I don't see him. 2 assists,
Thank you.
goal.
Thank you,
okay.
Mr. Nanjama,
Thank you,
and good night,
thank you,
everybody.
everybody. Thank you so much. Thank you. We're already 5 hours, so we need to round up right now. Thank you so much, everyone, for your wonderful submission today. In fact, the most important presentation today was about the girl that died, the 26 years old girl. The reminder came out now to say we should leave it for God. Cautious said they can do any autopsy. It's shocking, it's disheartening. I'm still thinking about it. I just did a short video right now, just posted it on the Jawas and other of my social media platforms because it's shocking. You know, if something ever happened to you, it's not enough for everybody to just easily move on like we normally do. Sometimes you need to think deeply, why did this happen? Why are they trying to put this under the carpet? It's
Mr.
really,
Lee,
really true. Yes, sir.
I have a question, sir. Even though now he came out with that video, are we Nigerians going to allow this to be swept under the carpet, or we keep asking?
Yeah, Nigerians will always leave it to be swept
The
under the
answer now
carpet.
yes now.
Exactly. So they will always leave it. So that's how it works. Yeah, I said it on my short video as well. But still, I appreciate you all. Thank you so much. Let's continue to do our part. I can normally say you are doing your part. I'm not the one to reward you. You are not the one to reward me. God is watching us all. Continue to do your part. Doesn't have to be here. Anywhere you are, like I was brought up to know that the best blessings that you can get in life is when you're doing something when nobody is watching you. Yes, it's not by high service and all that. The things you do inside your room, the decisions you take inside your room, the kind of conversation you engage on, the kind of activities you engage on, the kind of things you do when you are alone, that is where matters more. So you guys are doing your part here every blessed day. Same here, but when we end the show, what we do, how we take decisions, who we communicate with, how we rub mind, how we take brown envelope left and right for Nigeria to continue to be sinking, that is the area that God focus more on. I'm proud of you all. I'm proud of myself. Let's continue to do our part. It's very fortunate that we speak. We are so repetitive with our approach every day here, and we are not seeing no result. Rather than you seeing result, it's getting worse. We just continue to do our part. We don't know when this is gonna last for, but yeah, let's do our part. Thank you very much, everyone. I appreciate you all. Thank you, Mr. Alabo, for coming in today and for paving the way. Thank you, Auguste Ombo. Thank you, Black Panther, Oga F. Emmanuel. Thank you, Give Us Amande, Oga Chris, Mr. Oduwa. I appreciate every one of you. Thank you so much, every one of you, right there on the comment section. My mother for Mommy Diaspora. Thank you very much, Mommy. I appreciate you always. Thank you for all that you do, and I appreciate you, Abu Azim, my brother. Thank you for all that you do. Thank you, Mother Peggy, Mother Eugenia. Thank you, Mother Stella Masawedo. Thank you, Michael and Amaro, Mr. Johnson Emmanuel. Thank you, Mother Debbie, for calling in for that long conversation. It was beautiful. I appreciate you. Thank you, Mother Emmy. I appreciate you. Thank you very much for the long conversation as well. Thank you, Madam Amen Bright. Thank you, Michael Carter. Thank you, you all right there. I appreciate everyone. If you just do your part as you're living, press on the like, help us to share, take our voices far. Ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the end of this broadcast. I'll see you guys again tomorrow. Fingers crossed, 7 p.m. Nigerian time, so we can continue from where we stop. Good night and bye for now.
All of us today in motion. Everybody there in motion. Moving to our various stations. As we there in motion, make we do good to ourselves, yo. Make we do good to our neighbor. Before we reach our station, every walk gets paid. Every walk gets paid. We're gonna do the work. Every walk gets paid. We're gonna do the work. I make a day fear my God. We're gonna do the work. I make a day fear my maker. We're gonna do the work. Whoever will come and go and song. Organize. My God, I make a fear my maker.